Hello and good evening, and welcome to...
Here we go. This is not what my microphone is going to sound like for this entire video. I'm driving as I speak to the episode.
Man is very dedicated to his craft, as you can see, as we can all see.
I just got done working a second job, so I'm on my way home now.
He has to use
Those-
his mind spheres to basically get the cops off his butt since he committed a bit of vehicular manslaughter on the way.
Pepperidge Farm
Some more
remembers.
crimes on the road.
Just going to go ahead, change my license plate. Nobody's going to know it's me.
Yep.
Nobody
Easy
will know.
peasy.
My car's too common. I'm going to hang up. Kyle and Adam, the episode is in your hands. I will see you guys again in around, I'm going to say 30 minutes, 40 maybe.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Oh no, Johnny! Johnny, watch out for that child!
Oh, humanity!
It's going to be another one of the...
It's
Jesus
nothing but a
Christ.
slaughter!
All right, gentlemen, far away.
All right. So, last episode we talked a lot about the history because that was part of the longest part. Having to go over it again for revised, it seemed a little bit unnecessary. So, what we're going to do...
It expands a little bit, but in fairness, most of it you can just summarize into like 5 pages.
Yeah,
so instead,
pretty much.
we're going to cover the ranks above the first 3 ranks of the order because the structure we covered was just how to even become a full member.
Yes. That was all you got in first edition. This week, it goes a little bit deeper. Quite a bit, matter of fact. So, of course you have the...
You ready?
What's up?
You ready?
Yes.
We've been
Of
ready,
course we're
pal.
ready.
We are ready. We are
Let's
ready.
go.
I'm ready.
So,
I'm ready.
we've already gone over initially the first 3 steps of what it was. We got over the recruitment process where, they find somebody who may or may not be magically adept. You pose them a lot of questions. You ask them how they would go about certain things, very logical, ethical, esoteric, conundrums in order to catch their perspective on the world. And then slowly sprinkle in a little bit of tradition magic just here and there. And when they think you're ready, they're going to make you a neophyte. Once you become a neophyte, then you go to one of their chantries. They start...
And that's when the training from hell begins, because
Correct.
essentially you are tested to mind, body, and spirit to your maximum limit. And if you can't quite cut it, they'll just cut you loose and just have you slum it with the other traditions.
Basically,
Pretty much. But then again,
Yep.
they do this for a good reason. They're not doing this just because they're dicks. They
It's
need
similar
to make
to the
sure
Get.
you are a person of quality and character, because magic is powerful, and the saying "power corrupts" absolutely is a factor. So they want to make sure they're not having a bunch of Draco Malfoys come in and learn this shit.
Exactly.
I mean, the last time they had a bunch of Dracos come in, they had to purge the Druids because they colluded with the Dark Fae. And then they had to try to do the Eternal Vampire War with Tremere, and they did not succeed there, unfortunately.
So they've had to get very,
then-
very, very
Oh,
stringent.
and don't forget
about...
the time Titalis almost fell to demon worship. Yeah, most people try to ignore that part. It
Yeah.
came close to destroying the house.
Everyone
Yeah,
else
they
may
had
have
a good
forgotten, but we didn't forget. We didn't fucking
don't
forget
forget
Titalis.
Patron.
And then there was the
remembers.
Sola Facut. Let's be fair. They have like a crisis every century because that's just how the Hermetics roll.
Well,
They are
yeah.
very selective because of that.
Exactly.
Indeed, but unlike the Verbeta, whose entire history can be summed up as, and then they kicked my ass too, the Hermetics actually learn from their mistakes and they grow stronger.
Yeah, rare
That's
that
because
that happens.
they
in the world of
came
darkness.
from education.
Yeah.
The book retcons them being a Thothian cult, but they at their core was part of the university curriculum. They
Exactly.
were the guys who founded it.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
like...
no, that's not true. The university crowd came around first. The Hermetics saw this and goes, that's free real estate right there.
It's
True.
very interesting.
I got it turned around, but very much, yeah. They've been around since the Mercurian cults. They fully formed in the early 800s. They have learned from their mistakes.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Which
And
is why
some
they're so
mistakes
stringent
they have
about their
certainly
selection
made.
process.
Contrast to werewolves, which don't learn shit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't. They don't.
You know, guys, I think the 7th, 8th genocide didn't exactly pan out the way I wanted. Maybe when we get to the 10th one, things might work out for the better. What do you say?
How
But
many
that
times
wasn't
do we
real,
gotta teach
Garrow
you this
Nation.
lesson, old dog? Ah,
I-
the young pups are out tonight.
Anyhow, so through the initial, the first 3 degrees of the Order of Hermes, their apprenticeship is, of course, you've got the neophyte when they first start getting taught, and then they move on to becoming a zealoter, in which they get, a lot more stringent training, a lot more magically involved things. They start learning about the spheres. And
essentially, you're not a full
yes.
inductee yet, but you at least have enough knowledge to do your own project. You're expected to sit there and listen because the old folks usually have a good idea on how this shit works.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've gone
Oh,
past
and also,
basic
if you
training,
say
now it's
anything
time
in
for infantry
politics,
school.
And if you say anything in politics, you're fucking thrown out there on your own, buddy.
Exactly. So this is a sit down, shut up, keep your mouth shut, and keep your nose in your books where it belongs until we say so, is where you are at when you become a zealoter. And then eventually, if you're really good at, learning a sphere of magic, and you're finally getting to the point in which, you're starting to grow beyond the control of your mentor, your Matera or your Patera. I believe that's how it is.
It's
Mater
and
or
Pater.
Patera.
Mater and
Mater and Pater.
Matera and Pater. And then
You
eventually
become a practicus.
Yes, practicus,
Yes.
the final apprentice degree, the third of 9 total. At this point in time, the interesting thing happens. You pick a single word full of symbolism, mystical weight that you will embody and set you down the path of metamorphosis into a full hermetic mage. And now you must study and work on that one word until you can use it on however you like. You need, because
So
as we said,
don't waste it on something stupid
correct.
like prolapse.
Prolapse.
Choose friendship.
I
Or
cast
aglet.
anal prolapse.
Oh,
Or aglet. You embody the end of shoelaces.
As your mentor looks at you with disappointment and just goes,
Basically.
I think at that
They're
point,
ready.
yeah.
Let's
Just uses
try that
forces
again.
3 and just reduces you to atoms.
Well, erases you from the time stream, replaces you with a somewhat similar but different individual because he altered the trajectory of your parents' meeting.
Exactly.
Maybe this
Yep.
version of you will be less stupid.
He literally just went back and pulled a Marty McFly in Back to the Future, is what he did to make you better.
I just imagine like a mentor has like full confidence in their apprentice, and they just say one of the stupidest shit ever when they like end their apprenticeship. He goes,
Well, yeah, because the mentor is their apprentice reflects the mentor. That's a big thing among the Hermetics.
"Oh
So,
yeah,
if they embarrass you, you have all the right to just destroy them.
yeah. It's kind of like how the Ventru kind of work with their childer. They realize that they're raising them up to be a proper vampire, and it's the same for the Hermetics. Unfortunately, the Hermetics are more likely to get the belt.
Very much
Well,
so.
it's also similar to the Tremere, which they have a different structure, but it's still the same principle, the 7-sided pyramid.
It is,
Yeah,
but at
just
the
a little
same
more
time,
mind
they're more
control.
like, oh, well, I think my side of the pyramid should be on his side of the pyramid, so I'm going to stab him in the back and then take his side of the pyramid.
I mean, that's just basic
It's-
Hermetic anything.
That's
There's a
true.
reason that Kurdaman is a thing. But
Oh, yeah.
as an apprentice, we covered this briefly, just to cover it again very quickly. Antinomian praxis, essentially one of the final things you have to do, and it's usually early on in your apprenticeship, you have to understand reality and yourself, you have to do stuff that essentially breaks your inner taboos. If you're a person who loves to read, burn your library. If you're a person who is chaste, you're going to have to somehow contract both monkeypox and syphilis at the same time.
I'm sure it can be done,
If you're a righteous person, summon a demon and try to haggle with them. You
No,
basically have
do
to
not
break
do
the
that.
Well,
fast.
actually, no,
No,
that goes against the dictum. We can't do that.
But
You cannot do that.
You get what I mean. You have
go
to do
find an
what is your
ecstatic and party
opposite.
with them for a week. There you go.
I mean, it's the same effect.
Yeah,
A demon will
basically.
be summoned. It
is-
just won't be you.
Yeah.
But antinomian practice is a pretty good thing to have because it humbles you. It keeps you centered because you're got a wizard with an ego is probably more dangerous than a nuclear bomb.
Legalize
nuclear
bombs.
In this instance, no.
Probably not, but either way.
But we covered this. So
Yeah.
What happens when your Mater or Pater finally goes, well, you managed to pass. Don't disgrace me. What do you become?
Then at that point, you finally reach the 4th degree of the
Initiate.
of the Hermetics, which is the Initiate. So the Initiate, you reach the 1st rank of Ars Virum, which is the 1st rank of the house's specialty sphere. If they've dabbled in one,
A lot of the houses do have a speciality. We covered some of the houses. We might cover them again briefly. Who knows?
there are a couple
Some
of
may
new
have
ones
gone.
which we may get into later and briefly because there are quite a few more in revised edition. Some
Oh,
of which
hell
I don't
yeah.
know if they're still around or if they have a whole lot of information on them, but I was looking through it and there is a lot more.
One of the
Fake is
powers of
dead
Ex
and gone.
Miscellanea is there's a lot of minor houses in Ex Miscellanea.
And you know what? I think that's probably the better way to have kept them instead of adding a dozen more. It's like the Borderlands effect.
But I'm all with the pores.
But yeah,
Basically.
at the 4th rank, you have all of the rights of a Hermetic. You will probably be forced to do tribunal duty, which we covered previously. Basically, it's wizarding court.
Yes.
You
Yep.
have to do wizarding court because your elders usually will refuse to do it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, they got
And
much more
there is one other aspect to it. While you're going up as an apprentice mage, I want you to imagine like a father figure, a mother figure who just absolutely just fucking abuses the shit out of you. I'm talking like they'll demean you, they'll tell you your interests and hobbies are fake and gay, they'll say that you're not as good as your older siblings, just like tear you apart emotionally.
House
But
Titalis,
when you
is
get
that
to
you?
but when you get
If that's
finally
you,
to passing and becoming a full-on initiate, your mater or your pater will finally say something nice about you for once. And it's honestly probably going to be the most emotional validation you ever had. It's kind of like having that dad who doesn't really care for you, but suddenly coming out and said, I'm proud of you, kid. I love you.
It's like
Either that or it just allows you to run the fuck off.
Yeah.
That also is a benefit.
It honestly
Well, that too,
reminds
yeah.
me of kind of like the end of the film Whiplash, where Andrew Neiman was trying time and time again to impress just his brutally critical music instructor Schaefer, and to the point where he broke him down into nothing, and then slowly raised him back up in his own image. Is how I feel like it is in the
It's
Hermetics.
a bit of that.
Absolutely.
It depends on the house. A lot of it is pretty harsh. It just depends. Other bonuses of becoming an initiate. I mean, yeah, you have to do jury duty, but hey, you can hold proper land among the mages, and they have to respect it because of the wizarding law. On top of that, you no longer have to worry about having to share lab space with other apprentices, since you have your own sanctum now. And on top of that, your titles are respected because you're an official member.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
you
you
get
can-
to hold political values and ideas that aren't mocked right away. You pretty much are seen as a full-on member. It's basically wizard puberty.
Admittedly,
of.
in terms of politics, you're not really going to get much because it is a gerontocracy. That is the Hermetics in a nutshell. That is Magi in a nutshell.
Well,
But
the
you at
older
least
you are,
have
the more
enough
powerful you are,
influence.
the more practiced you
You'd
are,
at
the
least
more
be
say
listened
you
to
have.
before you're laughed out the room.
And if
Yeah,
you're in a
you-
small chantry or sanctum, you might actually be on the council anyway. It's not very likely. You're usually going to have to be. We'll get to the next level very quickly, but you might be able to, especially in a very podunk wizarding area.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you could actually like publish within the order. You can hold office. You can actually get a node.
Correct.
Not likely.
Well, I mean, yeah, that might take a little bit longer, but if you
Yeah,
have
but-
if you're studied the prime sphere, it may come sooner than others.
Yeah,
It
you
also-
see the primes-
I was just
Go
going to say, it's pretty quick because they even mention the 5th degree, which is Initiate Exemptus. Usually you'll get that in a year. It's the equivalent of getting promoted out of private in the military. You have to be a big fuck up. If you manage to make it through the apprentice hell school,
Yep.
you have to be catastrophically incompetent to not get to the 5th degree within a year or two.
Basically, yeah, and so basically all you really need to do to become an initiate exemptus is to, display or demonstrate some second rank understanding in any 9 spheres. So if in your campaign you've, gathered enough XP to level up one of your spheres of magic, or done it organically, however your DM wants to run that through roleplay or rituals, then you're more than likely to become an Initiate Exemptus. And, of course, climbing in rank, you're going to have slightly more say, but of course you're going to have some slightly more responsibility given the new power that you have, that you've been given.
To give you an idea, even the most dim-witted House Flambeau member is usually going to be a 5th degree because that allows them to actually cast fireballs.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
kind of hard to be a part of that house if you can't cast any fire magic.
But with great power comes the responsibility of having your own minions/grogs, which allows you to work out your mentorship issues in a very not healthy way on some other poor sap that you managed to brainwash and abduct into your order.
Oh, yeah.
But you have minions, you have grogs. I mean, they're not really grogs. This isn't Ars Magica, but you have people that it can assist you in your research. And they have to
Yes.
do what you say or you're going to kick them out.
Yep.
Peter, Adam, why are you so mean to me? Because he's a bitch, that's why.
Well, no, then it cuts to his own mater actually getting like the enchanted La Chancla, the sandals, and begins beating him harder, going,
Jesus
"You're too
Christ.
soft on your apprentice, my child."
Oh my god,
That is a
that will
lethal
be one hell of.
weapon.
It's not learning unless you break the skin.
No,
You're
that
only
will
leaving
be like-
bruises, my child. That's way too polite and light-handed.
Yes.
Man,
And
that'd be one hell of a fucking petty enchantment on a fucking pair of sandals. Yeah, enchanted. They can hit with the force of a train and go on.
Oh, absolutely.
is
they
that
can.
is that forces is what that sandal is?
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's,
that's
it's
forces.
worse. It's prime. It's designed to actually bruise your avatar lightly.
Oh, you want to have it
That'd
do
be horrendous.
aggravated damage?
You
It
get
grows.
smacked so hard on the ass by a chancla that your avatar feels it.
It reminds me of Mulan, where Yao is like, "I'm gonna hit you so hard it'll make your ancestors dizzy."
I mean, it's
you
like,
just go-
you know the
Guys,
punishment where you're told to pick your own stick to get whipped with?
Oh
If you
yeah,
pick the
that.
little one, they'll hit you even harder on purpose.
I just imagine like a mage goes to their mentor like, "Can I get that sandal? That shit. That's just the weapon. I want to use that against like a Tremere. Give me that shit." And he just goes off whipping Tremere with the fucking sandal.
The almighty 3-shoe beating.
Yeah. What's
Kind of want to make a
Oh my God.
hermetic now that's just like a
That's his weapon?
Hispanic grandma. Just
That's his artifact, like 5-level artifact, the sandal of doom. Start
That would be
whipping
really fun.
fucking Methuselahs with it.
May the fleas from your cow inflame your rhubarb!
Oh my god, I fucking love Ed, Ed and Eddie, dude. It's such a
You
great show.
dare mock the
No,
son of a
yeah.
shepherd? I, Rolf of House... house would Rolf be in?
You
I
thought
don't
Rolf's
know.
turned up Johnny the Wood Boy!
Have you ever seen the video where they take Dead Island footage and they put Ed, Ed and Eddie sound effects over it?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
that's
just it's
fantastic.
such a great video. I love that so
You know
much.
what's also really
Oh
funny?
yeah.
Was that?
There is actual audio footage of the voice actor for Rolf, because he also voiced Goku, screaming Kamehameha
Oh, really?
to destroy Eddie.
What? I didn't actually know that. What the fuck?
There was actually
Kamehameha, Ed boy!
I actually saw recently all like the voice actors for Ed, Ed and Eddie were at a convention and they were like wearing the clothes and doing the voices, and the voice actor for Rolf happened to be there too. And
Yeah.
so, look at all these suckers
Yo.
we're gonna scam. Okay, back to the episode. So
Yeah.
after about 3 years and managing to get a 3rd level of comprehension in any mystic sphere, or you can get the 1st in any other if you become adept in another sphere, then you can become an adept. Appropriate enough.
A
Usually,
lot of Magi will also hit this
Mhm.
pretty quickly.
usually within about 3 years, according to the book. And so those who can get to this usually start to try to enter the domain of the masters. This is where it's like okay, I've got either this entire sphere mastered, or I'm starting to branch out, diversify a little bit. People are starting to notice me. I start to have more sway. And this is where you start preparing for your masters, so to speak. This is where, well, appropriate enough, because then you become part of the domain of the master. And
Yep, you can actually do shit
Yeah.
at this level.
yes,
The training wheels have come off.
very much
Well,
so.
they came off a little bit prior to that, but yes, in this
Yeah,
case,
but now you
you
can
actually
like
now
ride
have
your
enough.
bike and you're trying to learn how to do a half pipe.
You now have enough arcane knowledge because I think traditionally you need 3 ranks in a sphere or in a dot and anything to teach it.
Mhm.
This is where you actually can full on take on apprentices.
Yes.
And then you pick your 4th dot, and that takes you to the 7th degree, the Adept Major.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The Adept Major, once you've achieved a 3rd level and one and 1st level of, another still, few
Yeah, this takes a
mages-
lot longer.
Yes. As the book says,
Extremely
very
so.
few Hermetics actually ever achieve this level of understanding, and it's almost unheard of to get to be an Adept Major before, say, 10 years spent as an Awakened. Those who do reach the 7th degree now have quite a bit of political sway, as you've been doing this for, a decade. So, of
You've
course,
either
you're
been
going
doing
to...
this so long, or you're just so talented in working with the power cosmic that they have to give you a seat.
Exactly. People start to notice you inside the order and start to realize the talent that you have. You're going to be invited to more political functions, so to speak. And if you work hard enough and decide not to get bogged down in the mire of being just a regular, 4th through 7th degree hermetic, then maybe, just maybe, you can become a master of the Hermetics. They are
Although this one
yes.
isn't purely just power. Essentially what happens is you have to be conferred the title by the other magisters. The other magisters have to actually look at what you do, look at what you say, look at how you teach, and then they'll decide. Because here's the thing, you could have like 5 dots in a sphere, and you still might only still be a 7th degree, just because you don't have the responsibility.
Correct. So
It's not just power, it's wisdom.
yeah.
This is like reaching rank 6 as a werewolf. You need to have some guys pretty much confirm you are indeed him.
Yes, and there is a section for that here in this section, and we'll get to that momentarily.
It'd be comparable to like a Primogen if you're doing a longer form vampire game. You have to kind of work for it.
Yeah, becoming a Primogen
also-
it'd be something else.
Or
for this.
become a bishop if you're playing Sabbat.
Correct.
I am about to commit so much diablerie.
Yeah.
But yes, so once you become, once you've passed the test and the other masters confirmed that yes, you are indeed him and will continue to be him, you may just be granted the 8th degree, a Magister Scalae. In order to get this, you must demonstrate mastery of a single sphere, and 3rd rank control over at least 2 others.
Which is pretty pricey in terms of experience.
In experience,
yeah.
or it could be just devastating in terms of the amount of work you have to put in order to get there. Because learning a sphere, as we have gone over, is very, very, very difficult.
And dangerous.
Extreme.
I've been running my own mage game. No one has bought a sphere yet. Those things are pricey.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, because also I need to buy for the Arate score as well for you to even get it to go above.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Even
that's a
higher
whole
tier.
mini quest in of itself. Seeking?
Yeah. Yep.
And the reason they do that is because they know what type of horseshit you can do if you just straight up have Magi just being able to cast anything above 2 dots.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's basically world breaking, and without the proper wisdom and responsibility to use that spell, then you're going to inflict so much paradox that your avatar is going to spontaneously combust, and then you'll be thrown into oblivion. Good luck.
And that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, some people take notice, and you might screw over your entire chantry.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And then, people ask questions, and you find out that, you've broken the law. trial is held, and then, Gilgal happens, your avatar is destroyed again. Either way, an incredible amount of discretion is necessary to be a Magister Scale, not just the raw power.
Did you hear that, Goratrix? Oh, you're already too busy doing something really stupid. Well, okay.
Would you leave me alone? I'm working on my blood brother experiment with my Zamichi friend.
Oh, God. I made
Look it
flesh Nazis. Look at this.
Wait a second. So is Goratrix Alex Jones? Is that who he is?
Well, here's the thing is that... Well, actually, no, I don't think he is. I think
I'm
he's
just
more...
envisioning him ranting about
Goratrix is more
goblins.
chuddy. He's more Nick Fuentes.
I would say that you're doing disrespect to Goratrix by compare, but no, Goratrix may or may not have done horrible things to Sasha Vaiko. So
Exactly.
and also
I know.
Tremere was always the most homoerotic of the houses.
So it all
so-
lines
like,
up.
oh,
I'm sad Johnny's
Should
not
we
here.
agree?
He's part of the
piece of shit,
conversation.
but I don't not like that.
Should we agree then that Goratrix
I'm
is
just now envisioning Goratrix in a cat suit, like in a cat suit. With
No.
floppy
Oh,
ears.
dear Christ. No, that's terrible.
No, for a second, no. But I'm just envisioning Nick Fuentes is Goratrix and Alex Jones is Atreus, and Tremere is Andrew Tate.
No, Tremere
just
is a
imagining both those
giant
Tremere's
maggot in
destiny.
robes.
Tremere's
It's a giant
destiny.
maggot
Let's do
in
that.
robes.
No. I know it. Chris Chan. That's who Tremere is.
Oh, God,
we did describe. No, we described that Chris Chan looks like Kyle in the Chris Chan uniform.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Fucking
if you-
damn it. I
he
remember
looks like
that.
he looks like Dragonlord. We
Why
know
would
this.
you-
This is canonical.
No, you're not allowed to do that. We're not making me Winkler. We're not doing that. I know.
So everybody watching, if you wanna see that image, go to the last episode and you'll see the glory of Kyle
Oh,
Chan, ladies
fuck,
and gentlemen.
that's terrible.
You're
Please
gonna
have
need
your
to pick up
unleash
the
at
ninth
the ready.
degree to erase this.
I can't wait
knowledge.
for
You
the
need to
AI
become a
bubble to
Magister
pop
Mundi.
so I never have to see this
No,
shit ever again.
No, just become a
I kinda
Magister
hope it
Mundi.
keeps
That's how
going.
you fix it.
Save.
Anyhow,
No.
No.
but yeah, so for the Master Scale, the book will even tell you about how difficult it is to get here. It says perhaps 1 in 10 mages of the order are even capable of attaining this degree, and far fewer that ever realize such potential. It's easy to get bogged down in the bureaucratic mire that is the regular initiate to adept major ranks of the Order of Hermes because of all
There's also
Yes.
the issue that as you become a more powerful mage, you start realizing that the Enochian language and all of the rites and rituals, that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
You're working with the power cosmic. It's your soul that's able to do this shit.
Precisely.
They're
And then you have to
mostly a
worry about...
suggestions.
What's up? Okay, so
It's
we're all
starts
stepping
being,
over each other. What's up, 3?
yeah. I'm just gonna say, as Adam said, with Enochian, it becomes like an instrument. Whenever you get stronger, you need to lose an instrument, so you don't have to rely on them when you go up in Arate level.
Yeah, it's like you can only do so much with the same instrument. Eventually, you're going to have to put down the guitar and learn how to play piano. So,
But I'll say this for Enochian. Enochian could be good as a secret language. You could communicate with other magi, so nobody
It
can
is.
snitch on you.
It is.
That's true.
The other aspect is again your paradigm is it's your leash, which is why so many do not reach magisters. But it's also your leash for sanity because the whole point of paradigm is to keep you sane because you can't actually comprehend what you're doing
exactly.
without it.
And without that, you walk a bit of a tightrope leaping from adept major to magister scale, especially with Nokian and the loss of paradigm, because in doing so, if you stretch yourself too thin too far and break your paradigm, you run the risk of just becoming a marauder.
But to actually attain that, you kind of have to do that risk.
That's true, and that's where it becomes a real tightrope to try and push yourself to become a domain of the master.
Go bigger or go home.
True. And then
The 8th rank is not even the highest, though. I did mention it before.
Because you
the
have
Magister Mundi.
Yes, the 9th
Master
degree.
of the world.
Magister Mundi. Some mages manage to unlock the innermost secrets of reality itself. They become the Archmagistry, one with the spheres of creation. Such astonishing heights of power are acknowledged through this induction into the Magister Mundi, and they tend to be, and people of this rank they describe as more, raw forces of nature. They have an unabashed will, only mildly constrained by their physical form. At this point, you can kind of cast aside. Hello, welcome back. We're getting to the ninth. We actually just landed on the ninth.
We've hit the ninth degree. We actually brought an archmage here for us.
Yes. Hey, Johnny.
Okay, thank fuck.
Oh, where is he?
There's some of myself in here, that's where.
Yes.
Or is he looking in the other direction and you see a Porthos? That's not the one. That's not the one.
This is the wizard beer guy. This is who this is.
Yeah.
Well, the Dragon's the
Porthos.
stuff that did work.
But no, so once you get to this point in the degrees, you've sort of become so powerful and so esoteric in your knowledge of the spheres and of magic in general that you can sort of cast aside all of the concerns of governing, unless, of course, some incredible thing comes to your attention that you absolutely need to be able to take on. However, at this level of power for a mage, your responsibility more comes into the primal forces of the universe and managing how that affects, the universe at large, not just the affairs of mortal men. You've sort of gone past that once you become a Magister Mundi.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
basically-
Archmagistry is not supposed to be playable in Mage, mainly because you're hitting the bounds of even working in reality. Once you hit the sixth sphere in anything, retire.
You
the character.
basically become so powerful, you just accrue paradox just being on the material realm because of all the eldritch knowledge you learn. And you have to be in the Umbra, or else you will be erased.
Basically.
Because you're rapidly accumulating so much fucking paradox that will wipe you out in seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah, at this
Like
point,
you said, force
you're
of nature.
At this level, you're so strong. There's little enemies that can actually challenge you that are like Methuselah grade above. You know what I mean?
Methuselah grade? No, you can put those fuckers in the ground.
We're talking about demon to fallen demons are at level 5 torment with their level 5 with their lores and beyond.
I mean, the only things that can really stop you are Fallen, some of the Death Lords, and some greater
Nevermore?
spirits.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
I just imagine a mummy. He's like, nobody can kill me. I'm invincible. And Archmage goes into him and goes like, "You sure, buddy?" And just goes.
You have to have a certain
Time.
amount. No, even
Just
there, mummies
annihilates
can
him.
sell it. No, mummies will come back from that.
It's,
That is their curse.
You could always
If it's
just
like
trap them in an
atomic
infinite
level.
time death loop.
so now that I've returned, shall we do the meta plot advancement section?
Oh, we're
let me
skipping
go
family?
through
Fair enough.
One more
No,
thing.
we're not
Let's
skipping
do-
family. We're just going to postpone it. We're going to come back to it.
Well, I was going to do the
All right.
10th degree real quick, which
There is no 10th degree.
there might be.
Where's...
No,
Oh, this part.
Yeah.
It's a concept. All mage traditions, and to a lesser degree, the conventions have the belief in a 10th sphere, the highest level of basically Ascension.
Yes.
Oh, Oracle.
For the Hermetics, it's
Yeah,
a
the
legendary
Oracles.
10th degree.
It
No one
is.
has ever hit
Yeah,
this.
no one's ever going to hit it.
This is basically the win condition for the Order of Hermes. If you manage to get a Magister Mundi that survives long enough in order to arise to the point of being an oracle, in which they find the 10th sphere and figure out how to harness it, use it, that is the win condition for the Order of Hermes. And that
Ascension, basically.
yes, once they gather Ars Unitai, how do I say that?
Ars Unitatis.
Ars Unitatis.
Mass Ascension.
That is mass ascension. That is when, we all wake, we all are aware of magic, and the Order of Hermes pops open a bottle of champagne to celebrate.
Effectively, what happens is, if you've ever looked at Mage the Awakening, it's Atlantis Reborn.
Yes. 'Cause everything revolves
Or-
around fucking Atlantis with Mage Ascension. Mage Awakening. But
Or,
Little Atlantis.
hypothetically, you could undo the damage of the Weaver to the worm.
Hypothetically.
You can just reset the Great Wheel as it should have been with the 10th sphere.
You
just
can go ahead
become
and you can sit
God.
down next. You can sit down next to the wild to help make the world all over again.
Maybe
Yes,
sit the
This
time
is why
on.
the Nefandi want to hit that 10th sphere, because when they get it, it allows them to take it all to nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Want to get their hands on them as
Unfortunately,
soon
they
as
don't really
possible.
live that long for that to happen.
That's good.
But yeah,
Yeah,
essentially, there are a few Magi that can hit are at 9. None have ever hit 10, mainly because it's possible they don't even exist in the universe if they do.
Correct.
At this time, there are only 10 mages of the 10th degree who exist simultaneously. So, yeah, if they do
Oh
exist,
no, they don't
good
exist.
luck
They
finding
will.
them.
This is Hermetic millenarianism.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is just their prophecy right now. It's like 10 specific mages will become the one.
I just
In my
imagine
headcanon,
whenever. Continue.
What?
I am having it in my head canon that Lucian, my mage character, will reach the 10th degree because fuck it, I'm a DM. I can do that.
Kyle,
I just-
did Storyteller send you the image?
What's image?
Hang on, which image?
It's now in Studio Pages.
I just
Oh.
imagine that whenever
Oh,
Mage like
okay.
Oh, that one.
ascends,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
cool.
imagine-
I like this.
I just imagine whenever a Mage like as a joke and they whenever they ascend and they like reach the 10th, they do everything. They just wake up from being in a Mage the Ascension game like, whoa, where am I? What happened?
You get to play a new game now.
Yep.
Have
No,
that.
no,
Give
it
it the
opens.
werewolf.
It opens at the beginning of the Matrix where they wake up. What?
What?
Have
What
that
happened?
image be on screen for
It is
for the
on
section.
screen, yeah, and it's cool as hell.
So going into going into the advancements for the meta plot to let you know what happened after World War II. Thankfully for the Order of Hermes, they managed to keep their dignity intact because they swept the records of everything they did during World War II. But the Tenacrack Union remembers what they did, and they said, "Oh no, you were fully on board with it the entire ride."
Yeah.
The Order of Hermes completely sided with Nazi Germany and had no regrets in doing so.
Yeah.
They said that it was a great plan. We were the Thule Society. We convinced Germany to do all this occult research shit, and we're going to get rid of a certain group of people. You know who we were talking about, but it didn't work because the entire beautiful empire ran out of steam from their perspective.
In
Because they were
fairness,
too
I think
focused.
every fucking tradition in every convention sided with the Nazis.
well,
at least
no, the
partially.
Akashic Brotherhood's innocent, and so is the Cult of Ecstasy.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
they
did
Akashic
nothing
Brotherhood
wrong.
were too busy
They were-
murdering Chinese people as a part of the
That's
Imperial
not the
Japanese
Nazis,
Army.
though. That's the fucking Axis powers, sure, but it's not the Nazis.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. What about the friggin' Verbena and the Dream Speakers?
No, the Verbena were all on
They
board with
were
it.
in on it. The Verbena were
Yeah.
definitely in on
Oh
it.
yeah, the
They were.
Verbena openly hate Jews and kill them.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
true.
if you're
so-
curious, if you are curious, the traditions, depending on how they split, the leadership either sided with the Axis or the Allies. The only ones that really disagreed were, I think, the Virtual Adepts, and that's just because they were gay for Turing, who was gay for them.
Well, the virtual apps are the reason why they got in fucking power to begin with, and then they said, "Oh, we changed our minds. No, too fucking late. Too late."
And
What do you
even
mean
then,
too late?
they only did it because Turing.
And that's it. But during the Fall Nights, we have this massive period where fucking nothing happens until we get to 1997, where we have an incident called the War in Heaven. I think we've mentioned this incident before with the Virtual Adepts and Euthantos episodes. Now we get to talk about it. The
Awesome.
Tenacrack Union, in order to finalize this timetable that they were trying to get back after Virtual Adepts left, decided that they were going to send all of their best men into the Umbra at the same time, Horizon, to completely destroy every mage realm. They were going to start with the Hermetics. You know the rice fields, Doistep that we've been talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it
yes.
that. I'm calling it the rice fields.
I like Doisatep.
So they went to Doisatep and they blew it up. They decided that same kind of bomb that we're going to have Cersei's Jones set in the Shadowlands and blow up the city of Enoch. We're going to set one of those in Doisatep first. So they did, and in order to prevent that blast from destroying fucking everybody, Porthos, the main character of the Order of Hermes, pretty much does a massive barrier spell where he contains the entire realm within this giant barrier that he creates, that he is the center of. So the rest of the mages survive, but he dies. And his avatar is gone, he's never coming back, and the entirety of Dorsetep blew up. And thankfully, that blast was going to destroy everyone else's realm, but instead it only destroyed one realm. That was the Virtual Adepts' realm. You remember with the Virtual Adepts we brought up the Great Whiteout? That's what caused it.
Well, I mean, the great thing is somebody probably had a backup on a hard drive somewhere.
Well, nobody got to log out, so they all came back as creepypasta monsters.
Yeah, this is one of the revised things where they kept trying to go, oh, you look too long in the realm. Okay, here's your Cthulhu monster.
You just browse the internet too long, you watch too many snuff videos, now you've lost your mind.
Oh, headcanon.
Each of the other traditions and conventions have stuff like that, yeah.
Ooh. What if, now work with me on this one, what if the Virtual Adepts realm became the back rooms?
They made millions of dollars by turning it into a movie.
And
it actually
honestly,
also
I'm
made
good
more
with it. I'm
money
okay with
than
this.
Blandalorian and Glup Shadow.
I'm so glad it does.
The mango and Google.
Oh yeah, they
Fucking
handed me a
Disney sucks
bobblehead
dick.
of that at the baseball
Yeah.
game yesterday.
But
It's like, how dare
But-
you insult me like this?
But then after Dorsetep blew up, apparently, like it really is just a Star Wars meme of somehow Halel Telohim has returned, but it's
Yeah.
not actually
Oh,
him.
Talking about the
Instead,
clone.
what Iteration X did is that they built a warrior called the Ascension Warrior, and he was a hit mark whatever. It doesn't matter because he was the best one.
It was the
Suddenly-
Hitmark X, basically.
Very similar to the Mecha Hitler incident, this thing developed its own mind, and he automatically assumed the identity of Hillel Teomim. And he decided to go around, and he was this tradition mage hunter that completely broke his chains. He went full Ultron. I have no strings to pull me down, to make me frown. I don't remember how the song goes. And he goes off and he just does his own thing. And so we're thinking, well, shit. While he's going around causing all this different destruction, we have a second war called the War in Ruins. So Dorsetep fell. There's like gravity in the Umbra, and it just fell out of the sky and into the Shard Realm of Forces, which is
It's essentially broken apart, and the best way to describe this is I think this is actually an attempt to copy Mordheim, because it's kind of what the wizards were doing. They were looting Dorsetep's ruins.
exactly that. And the Shard Realm of Forces, I'm forgetting which planet from Red Cross to Heavens it aligns with.
It's Mars.
Yeah,
Mars,
it's
yes,
associated
thank
with
you.
Mars because of the war.
So we essentially go from playing Mage Ascension to playing Warhammer 40k, with this massive
no.
battle taking place on Mars.
It's more like
It's not-
it's more like Sigmar.
It's
And
not.
we
It's
have
not
this-
that. It's like you basically begin like a PUBG game or like War H1Z1. Everybody just clucks loose and goes into the center.
Basically.
Age of Sigmar, or alternatively, oh man, what's the name of it? I'm drawing a
The old
blank.
world?
No. The Planescape.
Planescape Torment.
Oh yeah,
Planescape.
And while they're having this big Planescape war, every Forces spell they cast kind of just hangs in place after they cast it in the Shard Realm of Forces. You cast your Lightning Bolt spell, and then the energy of it just persists and hangs in place. Because you've got an ass load of Hermetics fighting here, when Zapoth Ashra appears and does the thing after the Great Maelstrom awakes him, what Zapoth Ashra reaches in, the Ravenous Antediluvian, grabs the Maelstrom, and fucking throws it at Mars, where it proceeds to collide with Mars. That creates this giant fuck all explosion that causes the Avatar Storm, throws the entire Iteration X parallel planet across the galaxy where it becomes threat null. And then meanwhile, every other mage's avatar is caught in the blast. Conveniently, everybody who's a Ret 6 and above, and all their avatars are just fucking erased forever. You will never cast another spell again.
It's almost like you can kind of see a prelude to what happened in the 5th edition of Vampire with this fucking storyline or something.
Exactly that, though. It all starts with Mage. Everything wrong with World of Darkness starts with fucking Mage.
Including bankruptcy, because remember, the company that made Ars Magica went fucking bankrupt before getting hired
Everybody
out
wants to
by
say it was.
White Wolf.
Everyone wants to say it was Wraith the Oblivion's fault. Now I'm beginning to realize, no, Mage Ascension, it was your fault it all fell apart.
Yep.
It
Because
was
everything
actually
got
always
too
Magicka's
fucking
fault.
They lit the
ridiculous.
fuse.
So, just a quick question. So, after the episode, wasn't it the, like,
Start the fire.
you have, like, the Horizon Worlds and the rest of the mages on Earth, and they were, like, cut
All of them
off,
got
right?
fucking nuked, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Basically, it's like the same thing with the Beckoning in Vampire the Masquerade, where we realized, oh, we've got too many elders in the story now. Let's just create an event that gets rid of all the elders. They did the same, but with Archmages.
I mean, they're not wrong because there's like way too many multi-thousand-year-old magi that
Way
are not
too
doing
fucking
anything.
many. Like it just got fucking absurd. It had to happen.
Also, at least with this, it makes cosmological sense. I mean, once you have Arret 6 and like Sphere 6, it doesn't matter. You could easily explain this as, yeah, this makes sense.
It also just goes to show just how fucking crazy powerful Ravnos is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think, well, yeah, because he can warp reality straight up.
And Ravnos was directly started by Kane. He's Generation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Zephyr
not an
is
antediluvian.
a-
He's much more powerful.
He's the one of very. I think he is the only surviving direct child of Cain besides Hakim.
I
Yeah.
could have I could have swore they were still No, yeah, you're right. They're the only two second gens left.
Well,
The only reason they're
Could have swore
called
they were third gens though. Still,
I think that also retroactively makes me think just how fucking badass was Troil if he was Generation 4 and he fought Ered the Strong in 1. Just the level of
He's built different, bro. He's
Well,
the
he
one.
is, yeah.
He's him.
oh no, don't forget that Troil also, if you're including Churcha logic, killed his sire and then Eret.
and
He
then
took on his pappy and grandpappy.
and fucking Ilyes did the Paradox True Haas spell where he like went back in time, like forward in time to avoid his own death, and then ended up in Eden. And
That reminds me of that fucking...
And
that
now he's
page
kind of
from,
existing in this, like this old like paradoxical state where it is him and isn't him at the same time.
You know that scene, like you know the One Punch Man manga where he does the
yes.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always imagine Elias doing the same goddamn thing.
and now with the houses.
Oh, there's even more cool shit. Like Tytalus deciding, fuck it, Misasa War 2. Destruction Boogaloo.
What happens is that House Tytalus decides, you know what's fucking bullshit? The Tremere. They can cast the same kind of magic we're doing, and it's weaker than us, but it doesn't cause paradox. Why isn't it causing paradox? It's not fucking fair. They proceeded to go over and just out of hate and spite for the Tremere, just went around and started killing Tremere. But how hard is it to kill the Tremere?
Very.
It's dog. If the Zabichi have been doing this for 700 years and still haven't won, you're not going to win either.
It also leads to the funniest thing, because destroying the Tremere was just step one of their glorious plan. The plan was murder the Tremere, hijack all of their blood, and use it in a ritual to basically nuke the conventions by basically forcing them to allow them to, because again, they were tired of the modern knights limiting their magic. So they said, fuck it, we're going to use vitae powers to force people to believe in this shit.
And when they got back, when they got back to their base, House Tytalus has this giant ball of blood with them, and House Symbol looks at them and goes, what's going on here, Tytalus? I've got vampire blood. What? You told me to get it. How much? I did nothing but gather Tremere blood for 3 days. Where have you been sending it?
And then,
as it turns out, all the Tremere blood fucking summoned Tremere himself.
oh, good job, dumbass.
And so Tremere pops in and says, he does that whole EDP, woo! What's up with it, motherfucker? And proceeds to start shooting lightning in the entire convention, killing a dozen members of Houses Flambeau, Janissary, and what was it, House Miscellanea. And they
basically wiped out most of House Janissary, yeah.
Exactly that. And then proceeded to only back out because he was put into a failed state by House Fortunae.
Well, also, it didn't help that he was only kind of aware because of this ritual. Because remember, he's still being eaten by Saw-a-lot at this time.
Yes. And then 2 years later, Tremere would lose that war against Saw-a-lot and be completely taken over by him. But now that you said that, that also made me realize Tremere had access to Valoran during this fight.
Yes, he did.
Oh boy.
So how much can Valoran fuck up a mage?
Quite a bit, I'd
Encrypt-
say.
Kyle, this is a power. A lot of people look at Valorant and say, "Oh, it's the good guy healing power when it comes to vampires." No, this is a power that, if you use it for combat, directly targets the soul.
Yes.
Yep.
Of which a vampire doesn't. Well, I mean, a vampire doesn't have one, but as far as like the mages
they do.
go, you fuck that up,
well-
you fuck up their avatar.
They do have a soul. That's what you eat when you commit Amaranth.
It's there, but it's like a marijuana cigarette, Kyle, if you smoked it. It's the roach. It's so thoroughly smoked and burnt out. It's become this minuscule piece that you need tweezers to hold, but it's still there.
Yep.
That's what you could do to commit diablerie. Oh, also other things that Valorant can fuck up. Yeah, okay, Quajan, I can kick your ass out of the corpse you're inhabiting. Bye.
Exactly that. Or you can
Oh,
kill a
Mage,
mage's
you
avatar
have a
before you
big
kill
soul?
the mage.
You have a big soul. That means you have big guts. Rip and
Uh-huh,
tear until it's done.
It just made you a bigger target, ultimately.
Oh,
finally,
Guru, your spirit, that's soul. I can rip you apart.
you can remove them from an reincarnation cycle.
Yeah.
It
so
is
that-
disgustingly
that's-
powerful if you know what you're doing.
You see, we've all mourned the
Guild
loss of
more like
Salubri.
Valorant.
We all mourned the loss of Salubri, but it might have actually been a good thing that they were all killed.
There's a
If
reason
the-
their
Because of
warriors
that
were
one
among the most
discipline?
deadly.
Yeah.
Well, it's because that power is too strong for any vampire to have.
But wasn't it because wasn't it like what's his name? One of the Methuselah of Salubri, 1v1 the eldest.
Oh
Did
yeah,
he do that shit?
Samael,
Yeah.
and he almost won.
He almost killed him. He had to
Yeah.
actually go into seed coma. Like he had to become a flesh seed to escape.
Yeah, because Samael won that
Because
fight
he
fair
didn't
and
win. He
square.
ran.
But then every Zamichi elder dogpiled Samael and just threw his win out the window.
He was that
It is-
close to preventing an apocalypse scenario. Is how
And
powerful
it's
he
going to
Yeah,
happen
was.
anyway. The Crucible of
they-
God will happen.
They jumped his ass, that's for sure. But you
The
know,
only
like
reason,
I have
the only
this.
reason the Tremere got away with what they did was because Salat literally fucking let him. He could have easily have just stopped it.
Where it
Oh,
raises
yeah.
the question as to how good of a guy Salat is, because the Quajan books mention Salat by name multiple times, and they're of the opinion that Salat was a villain from the get-go.
Well, I mean, it's
Yep.
Quajan too. But the interesting thing is, remember, like with the Hermetics, since we're also dealing with this, and Mage kind of affected some of their writing a little bit, since you had Mage writers for this core.
Right?
Salat touching evil makes a lot of sense if you remember antinomianism, which is what the Hermetics do.
Yes.
It could have been him going, because he's attributed with creating the Bali.
hmm
It could have been him touching evil to understand the nature of good.
Mhm.
Or alternatively, his good guys is him trying to understand justice before sinking into his evil self.
It ultimately leads to the idea that Salat is this guy that just has really good publicity, but that's only because nobody remembers the monster they used to be.
Well,
just
that he
like
could be. I
imagine-
don't think he used to. I think it could be and sometimes was.
It depends on what storyteller is running the game.
I just imagine.
But
Imagine
yeah,
what?
if you were wondering, Titalis wanted to dope humanity with to basically make the idea of vampire powers look like magic so they can do magic publicly again.
Exactly. And
Didn't work well.
lastly, last
It
thing
also
developed
drove
was
Kriamon mad. Like the second Masasa war, Kriamon went nuts. They all fucking
Oh,
went
yeah.
mad.
But I'll say this: I imagine when House Tales brought the blood back, and they were hiding, and what you got there, and everybody went like,
You see, remember, vampire powers are against what the sleepers know. Like the sleepers think that they can only do what they can, but if we dope them with vampire powers and then teach them thaumaturgy, we can make them think that blood magic is magic, which means that
Are
we
Are
can
you
elevate
seriously
them to
considering
magic.
putting chemicals in the water to turn the people gay?
To turn the
you
Tremere
sound
gay,
like
yes.
the head of House Cytalis sound like a cross between Alex Jones and J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Here we were.
I know,
I'm
he
trying to put Tremere Vitae in the water in order to get more people to use thaumaturgy. Then what happened?
I
Oh,
need
use
pictures.
thaumaturgy.
I
I want
need
that
pictures
treasure
of that
to go.
Anasazi chick now. I'm just envisioning like he has like picture like this fucking murder mat of like a bunch of spider people, like a bunch of the
A
Anasazi.
bunch of Anasazi.
Like I need pictures of the Anasazi. We need them for our Ascension war.
And the last development to happen in the meta plot was the erasure of House Janissary, because the Thanatos did some digging and pulled up their dirty laundry. As it turns out, before you were House Janissary, you were a group called the Kisrafai, where it's spelled weird. It's Ksirafai, and basically what they were was that they were traditionalists that took upon themselves to become he who watched the Watchers, except they became indiscriminate killers who just killed anyone that they didn't remotely believe with, like have any sort of common ground with. The Athentos found that out, and along with it, the Janissary were starting to fall back into doing that because the Janissary were looking around at the recruits for the Order of Hermes, and they were actively going in and killing them because they said, you're not worthy of our magic, so we're going to stop you from learning it before you just go and backstab us and join the conventions. The Athentos fought them to the death, almost killed every member of House Janissary except for new recruits because they were innocent in the whole thing, and that entire house completely dissolved and fell into ex miscellanea.
Common
It's not the
Thanatos
first time
dub.
this happened.
It's
So
not the
here's
first
something
time.
that I find fun about this book.
Mhm.
Order of Hermes Revised actually tells you about one of the houses that the original book forgot about.
Exactly.
Bjornir. So
What-
Bjornir was one of the 12 houses, and they were the gangrel wizards in Ars
Yes.
Magica.
The
It makes sense that they
hairy
said,
people.
fuck this, and join the Verbena.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was that bad that they started thinking that Verbena were a good idea.
I just think it's because they didn't want to include them. I don't know why. Actually, this is another thing you can actually shit on Mage for. It encouraged them to take a big piss on Ars Magica.
Mhm.
If you think about it, this is comparable to Chronicles, but it's also
Mhm.
comparable to 5th edition. It's
Mhm.
like poetry, the wheel spins.
Yes.
So,
Around.
so before we get to the families, should we bring up the two houses that rose to House Hitalis is still here. It's just in ruins.
I mean, most of the houses are fucking gone. Bonasagus, at this point, almost gone. Creamon, completely shattered. They're basically a bunch of crazies. Diedne's still dead. Flambeau's pretty fucked up, but they're still around. They're gone. House Gerbaton's gone. But they're actually, no, they brought him back.
like House Fortuné, House Gazator, and House Shea are the only three that are doing okay.
House Merceri. Oh, this is what happened to House Merceri. House Fortuné absorbed them.
Yeah, because they just took their job.
I think that's just them wanting to. Again, this is just they didn't want to make it exactly Ars Magica.
Then
And
there's House Scopos. They actually came around the turn of the century. They're very small, but they are growing fast.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Oh, also House Casador, because of the whole Second Masasa War, ignoring what Titalis was doing, and a couple of other big fuck ups in the 90s. Yeah, you know their trustworthiness. A lot of the Hermetics don't trust them anymore for good reason.
So
I
they
can't
decided to
imagine why.
increase the number of lawyers that they had in the Order of Hermes.
It's the sheer amount of weak leadership that has taken over the new generation of House Gazator has done irreparable damage to them.
Also,
Well, yeah, mostly
Vertitus
'cause
has come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we talk about House Suffocati or House Vertitus first?
We could also bring up House Hong Lei because that is a new one too.
Yes.
Because
On the
let's do Suffocati first. Let's say
True.
So
All
the hatchet was buried with Suffocati was the other development. It turned out that the Halo guy was not actually Hillel. They killed him for real because they were the guys that executed him. So we don't know where the robot got the idea from, but he's dead now. So now we don't really have a reason to hate you anymore. Let's go ahead and let's bring you back in. So they bring back Suffocati in 2002. And like I was saying before with Ryan when we were talking about this, you know Full Metal Alchemist, how they draw the circle with the sigil inside of it, clap their hands, and then cast a spell?
Right.
That's them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the alchemists.
It's exactly that. It's everything involving alchemy, aka the world art, where to Suffocati, their philosophy is that everything in the world can be transformed or purified. We can break everything down to what it was supposed to be from the very beginning of its existence, or we can turn everything into something new. The entire world is ours to mess with. And the entire world is just a giant box of Play-Doh that they can just reach in and just do whatever they want with. And they can always put the colors back in the places they found them if they get bored with it.
It sounds very, very suspiciously like the Oh, goodness gracious. I'm forgetting the fucking name of the fucking convention.
Who?
The dude.
Progenitors?
Yes, that sounds very, very
Yeah.
close to the progenitors.
Well,
Yeah,
don't
similar
you like
principles.
messing with genes? Where,
I mean, it
you
can be
see
good.
where-
It could also be horrendously terrifying.
You see where the conventions all got from. It's the Order of Hermes. It really is the Order of Hermes that influenced everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Sola Focati, the progenitors came out of them because the concept of alchemy is like the notion of form, the notion of body. They started focusing on naturalism
Mhm.
as their method.
No, from what I recall, the progenitors came from the verbena.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point. It's all incestuous. You can blame the order for a lot of things.
Everybody's eating the shell of each other's asshole at this rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
it's all
George
blown
Carlin
up.
put it. It's just one big
centipede.
stroke job in this country.
I am
Mhm.
sad that House Tharsis died out because Storm Mages based around water, weather, and sea travel sounds real fun.
Yeah, that honestly would have
Yeah.
been sick.
It's a
You
shame
gotta-
that they got corrupted by demons.
You got idea 3 HP?
Oh, just
Um,
saying. Do they have where's Silphicaudi? They don't have a Primus, right, for the house?
Nah, nobody's in
Yeah.
charge. It's like a very loose group where
No.
everybody's a general. But-
Also, if I had a nickel for every time a house joined the Sons of Ether, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Because we used to have a House Golo, but then it became the Sons of Ether. I think it's self-evident. I don't think I really need to say it because you could just put 2 and 2 together. But Suffocati's seat they occupy is matter.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I
Yep.
feel like that's pretty obvious. And where they stand in terms of letting people know about magic, they say everybody should know about magic. Fuck it. You want to become a wizard? Well, here's the manual, kid. Go ahead and start reading.
No.
Hey,
They
guys,
don't give him the
check
Goes
out what
manual.
I
against everything
made.
else you've talked about for the Order of Hermes and their
Well,
very
here's
stringent
the
admission
grimoire.
process.
Yeah.
Here's the grimoire that allows you to turn blood into wine.
Is that
Gary, Gary, where's your
That-
daughter? Oh, she's right over there. Say hi, sweetie.
That person at
that?
Oh, dear Christ.
word. That person at word.
That's an abomination, bro.
I mean, that is what you can do.
Why did you do that? I wanted a promotion at work.
What'd you
It's
do,
no biggie.
fucker?
I needed a
Bro.
master's degree to enter the 6th rank.
See,
Bro, they don't give you,
Also,
like, a
there is another
manual.
house one more house that's of fun interest. House Ziraka, whose entire thing is love magic,
Oh, yeah.
and got destroyed by King George III
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, the lady.
To be fair,
Actually.
they had it coming.
Because they were
They have-
responsible for the Nasby catastrophe.
Is that they fuck him right?
Yep,
But
they're
But
on
their
the foul of
mastery
the
was
king.
Ars Cupididae, which means that they are masters of forcing you to fall in love.
It's so.
Man,
Next
next
up
like
is
a house. Oh, continue.
next up is House Verditius, the shop wizards. All right, you remember Iteration X?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, so combine them with Order of Hermes, and you get this group.
These
Because
guys were
them-
also in the original Ars Magica. They were one of the because the entire point of the houses originally were, well, how do we do this type of wizard? Oh, well, I mean, you got the wizard that does his wonders through machinery. You got the wizard who does his power through like druidic magic. You know that their guys were essentially through their wonders.
Yeah, you build shit. You forge weapons, you forge armor, you slap it onto yourself, and behold, you're a wizard.
Yeah, this
Except
seems more being
unlike
the
Iteration
artificer,
X,
really.
these aren't. Yeah, except unlike Iteration X, they're not really on board with the whole put more wires into my brain until I can stop feeling feelings.
We'll give you the option to do it. We believe because their philosophy is the freedom of information. That
Yeah.
nothing should be censored. They won't agree with what you have to say, but they'll defend your right to say it. That if you
Chads.
want to know about something, you should be allowed to have the freedom of that information. So when it comes
These
to
are the guys that Iteration X dropped because they. Well, you see, why do I need to make a magical machine like a differential engine when I could instead just make a magical fucking hammer that allows me to instantly build this house by hitting it at the right angles for me?
Well, so you become Fix-It Felix when you got that artifact.
Yeah,
Exactly that.
basically, they're the more traditional blacksmiths originally, and then they kind of picked up more skills throughout. These were your working guys.
Now, you would think that with members of iteration of the Convention of Technocratic Union, leaving the conventions to join traditions, that this would be the house that they made. But no, it's more that the Order of Hermes just revived this house because they realized they were getting their ass beat by the conventions. So they needed to think like them in order to beat them, which
Well,
is
the
where House
convention was
Viridius
always
came back.
there. It was just one of the weaker houses in Ex Miscellanea that they then promoted after the whole Second Masasa War.
And now they have all this money and all these resources, and they can do whatever the fuck they want now because they're desperate times, desperate situations. So if you want to be the armorer artificer, the rune
you wanna be
knight
Dr. Doom?
fighter, the abjuration wizard. I'm thinking what else is there. That hexblade warlock from D&D. This is
I
your
would say
wizard.
Dr. Doom is a very good example of what a Verbitis would
or like
be.
Magneto.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
would be
Somebody
pretty
that
sick.
builds
I'm not
something
gonna
that you
lie.
can make into some usable magic. It's a step away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is very close to being Iteration X, just because it's like something that could feasibly pass as something the masses would accept as just general advanced technology.
These would be the
And-
guys that would make the golems that look like robots, and then they would also have the magical fucking Iron Man armor that uses actual controlled suns as its power source.
Now,
And-
Didn't they merge with at least some of them are from House Tig, joined the
some of them
Verditas?
are from
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
A little
Fig was a newer house. These guys existed first. They realized they had a lot in common, so they work
Actually,
together
no.
quite a bit now.
House Fig went into House Scopos since they were more along those same lines. These guys are more along the lines of hardware. Scopos is more software.
Well, yeah, I think it's down to that.
The difference between the
And-
VAs and the IX.
I'm glad you said software because with House Viridius being the Forged Wizards, you would think that their seat of sphere would be matter, but no, it's correspondence. Of all
Which
things.
is interesting.
I guess the greatest spell that they make is the magic car that you get from Harry Potter.
Oh no, I
No,
think I
no.
know why. Here's my logic. So correspondence is the location of things, yes?
Yes.
This allows them, because they're craftsmen, this is unironically a way to boost their dwarvishness, because they can use correspondence to denote faults, weaknesses, and bad design elements in a project, because they can just use it with entropy, for example, to denote fail points.
Oh.
See,
I can see
it
that.
allows
I've
you
seen
to
that.
see the weaknesses in a craft.
But that logic, entropy would also be a good one as well.
Yeah, you could give them entropy. You destroyed Janissary, so you could give them entropy for a shitpost.
And now fucking
No.
no one has entropy.
No, Fortuné
Except
still exists.
Fortuné, right.
Fortuné
Yeah,
is still
Fortuné.
quite powerful.
I completely
Like,
yeah, the
completely
houses
forgot about
changed
them.
quite a bit in Revised.
Like if you want a bag of holding, you go to House Verditas. They give it
Oh
to you.
yeah.
Bag of Holding, Arcane Vorpal Sword.
Um,
Also, yes,
and-
the Bonus Agi are still very irrelevant.
uh-huh.
Miscellanea
And-
is still a thing. Flambeau's fucked.
But well, we got a few new houses in Ex Miscellanea too.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Where I think we talked about House Creamon before. I think we talked about House Gerbanon before. We did not mention Honglei.
Yeah,
Honglei's
Honglei's
new.
new, I think.
The
the
Kung
Chinese
Fu
rituals.
members of the Order of Hermes. Where if you watched an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender and you awakened from it, this is the house you join.
Yeah.
No.
Fire.
If you watch the whole series of Jackie Chan Adventures, then you can become a Honglei.
Jackie
Essentially,
Chan. Oh,
these
dude,
were
that show
martial
is
artists.
awesome.
These were
Yeah, it
martial
is.
artists who have a specific school of kung fu that they refused to follow the Akashics.
It is. Well, it was because they're not interested in going into the archive and saying, okay, I know what my life was like before. I know what it's like going to be in the future. Okay, what do you want me to do with this information?
In this, they are more like Taoist alchemists, monks.
Oh.
These are the people that are more interested in the immortality potions or the study things. These are not reincarnate Buddhist monks.
Because they're not interested in hard determinism. They want to be the masters of their own destiny, which is why they're subscribed to this house instead.
Part of this is to widen the net for the Order of Hermes to be a little more inclusive, but it also just kind of makes sense. It does make sense. They're more like a Hermetic in this regard.
Wait, you want to talk
Because
about
they're Taoist.
House Nagoma then? Because that's more inclusive than them.
Well, yeah, but very quickly, Jerbiton was from Ars Magica. These were the poets. They became pretty fucking irrelevant when the Magi were forced to hide. They're a little more relevant again, but only just because at this point the Hermetics need to talk to people because they got fucking destroyed.
Yes.
Ass
Yeah.
blasted.
There's also Marinita, which these are the Fae guys. They're still around.
Fae
They're not doing well though.
No, but you want to keep them around because you always need some sort of ambassador to the Fae.
I mean, that was House Diadne before the incident,
No,
and
House
the-
Diadne was the Druid guys.
which I think also kind of ties to the Fae.
And Marinita doesn't go anywhere with this plot point because fucking Changing the Dreamings, Times of Judgment would happen a few years after they formed, so it's not like this house actually matters.
They were too busy writing with one hand bloodstained tides to think about that.
So
But-
House Nagoma is the house you join if you're black. Not even joking.
Yeah.
It is completely parallel with the Dream Speakers, where if you were sick to death of getting your ass beat and cheated by spirits who you'd make pacts with and they would never actually service you, it's the same pain as you paid an artist to make a commission piece
I
for
was
you, and they
thinking the
just
same
fucking
thing.
and they just took your fucking money and then dipped, and they never respond to your
Bro,
DMs.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing. It's like a Twitter artist. You're
So-
not giving you your
Yeah.
shit back.
So
it's like, hey,
these are the
that's some
artists,
nice magic you got there. You gonna publish that somehow?
and then these wizards are the ones that dox the artist, go to the artist's house, and says, "Where's my commission?"
Give me my painting back, bitch.
They're kind of neat, but I will say that this book does a poor job of introducing them because they decided to go very strongly white man's burden, which I don't think they needed to do.
Is that because
So-
Mage Ascension has like white guilt written all over it?
Well, it's even worse here because the entire description is just talking about, well, you see, at the original tradition, the Order attempted to shoehorn this group of high ritual mystics into the ranks of the Dream Speakers. Because, there's no way that black people could be like the white people, even though the Hermetics don't care. They came from Egypt, for fuck's sake. They don't
Well,
care.
the Sons of Ether would beg to differ with that.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the Sons of Aetherite convention, those would make more sense. I think the Hermetics wouldn't care. They worked with Arab mystics. They would.
No, I
they
wouldn't
worked
give a shit about
with the
that.
Euthanatoi. They would have happily brought the Nagoma in if they wanted.
Race
would have made more
politics is
sense?
beneath this group.
I would have had
Yeah.
it be that like you had a high-ranking Dream Speaker convert.
Yes.
That's what I would have done.
That's all you gotta do.
But
Man,
they had to go
and
into colonialism, the dark. Don't white man's burden. You didn't need to do it with these guys. Give them spirit and allow them to just get the beating shoe to get the ghost to give you what they were goddamn owed. There you go.
Bring out the sandal, brothers. We need to bargain.
I have brought my beating stick. Give back what you owe, ghost. Fuck, shit. Give back what you owe, ghost. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? You promised
Why are you
me.
running?
You promised me Zimbabwe dollars. Come here.
Next up is House Scopos. Okay, so let's just basically summarize this in a few sentences. You remember all that mentioning of Plato we were doing last episode? So this is them. It's an entire group based around pragmatism where they only believe in what can be physically observed. And that's it. If it's here in front of me, it's real. If it's not in front of me, it's not real. And that's all they really
These are
care
just
about.
ecstatics. These are just ecstatics that just focus on like the fucking sensory deprivation experiments.
I don't know
They're
if
in
that's
the sensory
necessarily
deprivation
the
tank
case
masturbating,
because-
smoking crack.
Yeah, because ecstatics. I feel like there is still a spiritual aspect to the cult of
Well,
ecstasy.
there is. I mean, there's a
It's
reason
a lot
that
of elevation of the
traditions-
mind, not
Yeah, I
necessarily
mean,
just
LSD
all.
was.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I mean, LSD, Amaranita, the mushroom, and ayahuasca were used to commune with God.
Exactly.
After all, the greatest member of this house was one of alt history, where he single-handedly cut the left circle in his triangle and lit the tree of life. And Odin himself paused the game and said, "Mortal, what the fuck have you done? You killed a god with your magic.
Now he
If you
wishes
get-
he was spirit science.
If you give me your goon list, I will give you the secrets of the universe." And he did.
Look up spirit
Goon
science if
list.
you want someone even crazier. He actually believes that Jews come from another dimension and
That
that
they-
they failed the
they
cosmic
came-
reality
Back in time to make their own people exist.
to fight the Martians.
And I spoke with the Thoth, and the Thoth is dipped. The Thoth went to get a pack of cigarettes. He's going to come back when the world ends.
Look up Christ consciousness.
Exactly. And the guy that made it, Jordan D., a former Newgrounds animator, the same idiot who made Kingdom Hearts Chronicles. The most unfunny shit you'll ever see in your life.
I forgot he
Look
made
it up.
that
Oh
abortion.
my god.
That is the longest 12 minutes you will ever watch.
Wait, it was
The
12
Lord
minutes.
of-
I thought it was 30.
It feels like it. It feels like
Man.
it. It's only 12 minutes.
He also does
Of
Spirit
course.
Science, though, which is a fucking banger.
It's weird how
open up the
fucking
deep
animators
lore.
can do that. It's like you get with Rooster Teeth, you get something incredible like the first 13 seasons of Red versus Blue, and then you get Ruby.
That. There.
Man,
I mean,
the Order of
what
Hermes
happened was
episode.
he took ayahuasca, and here's a reason why you don't take hallucinogens. It can just permanently buck break your brain.
Mhm.
That's
Get
what happened.
one
Yeah.
shotted by some D6 Mesoamerican demon.
It gives you all these different false memories, and because the hallucination is so fucking strong, you think it's real. And so I don't want
Man,
to
I
fuck
got-
around with these things if you can't handle it.
I'm just
We got
envisioning
Guys,
the
I'm gonna
Akashic.
do all the drugs at the same time. Gary, don't do it.
You
did
just
that
gave
in
me a
the,
funny idea for the Akashics where they get you fucked up on opium so that you can talk to your ancestors, which are
And then
they just go like full on druggy.
But only the
They get
ones
the
that
voice
died
and
in
everything.
1913.
Man,
Storyteller, how about you explain this one? House Chaos.
House Chaos.
Chaos.
Oh boy.
Spelled
So
with
is
an
that
S.
the one
Chaos
with
spelled XAOS for
yeah.
maximum
Edginess?
edge. These are Neo-Discordian chaos mages founded by Callisti from the ruins of House Thig, considered a joke by most Hermetics, and they're fucking right.
I mean,
These are like the lol, so random kind of house.
to be fair, I would be kind of cooked too if literally pretty much everybody else in my mage house got obliterated simultaneously. I'd come out of that a little fucked up too.
You
Well, you
come out
say
as a
that, but-
zoomer.
it's a big difference between what they were, which were essentially the attempt to do virtual adepts, and this.
No.
It's-
It's.
Do you guys know what chaos magic is in this instance?
Oh, yeah, it's how much 6 and Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So
Get
think
hell.
less Scarlet
Jesus.
Witch and more like Domino, if you know the Marvel characters.
Exactly that.
So it's
You-
luck.
You get the one woman who can keep up with Deadpool's bullshit.
Oh,
It's-
you mean Fortune from Metal Gear Solid
Yeah,
2.
if that's the case,
Yeah.
then why not just have them merge with House Fortune?
Because
make
not a lot of
sense.
people like chaos magic.
It's not that a lot of people
It's-
like it. It's they like the edginess of it, and they don't understand shit of it.
The thing
Yeah.
is, when you really want to get laconic with House Chaos, they're essentially a group of high-functioning marauders at the end
Oh,
of the day.
I was gonna say that they're the hollow ones if they were less annoying to deal with.
No, that'd be something else. These are
And
the
the whole
guys who
one-
are like marauders, but they're taking their Ritalin.
And the fucking Hollow Ones is just an idea that's just dead on arrival.
Man,
There's nothing you can do with it.
For
I
a
am-
second, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, these are the autistic ones."
This is House Fish Milk. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. This is House Fish Milk.
I have been wanting to try and fix the Hollow Ones for a long while. Goth is kind of deadish, but it's not. The ideas of the Hollow Ones still hold. I would
it's
like
dead.
to see them as act like a sort of House Toreador for the Magi world.
I think they
Because-
workshopped that as a brief idea, where essentially it's, I think that was one of the ideas we workshopped on that.
Yeah.
Give me a mage tradition made up of pro wrestlers and you'll have my attention.
I mean, think about it like
man.
this: it's defying
That's the
conventions and
Akashics.
tradition.
Mhm.
No, think about it. You
Matt.
could have people that were thrown out because, oh, you don't believe in the reincarnation stuff, but you believe in physical training. There's your wrestlers. Then you got, and it's all art themed. So you got wrestlers, which are actors. You got painters. You got people who do sculptures. Like, yeah, just focus on the art aspect.
I mean, the Alibatini came from what I believe is a mix of the Cult of Ecstasy and the Euthanatos. So we take the Hollow Ones and we mix them with the Akashics, Bam! Mexican wrestlers, lucha libre.
Let
That'd
it
honestly
be
kinda
known.
sick.
Let it be known that the first Magi to achieve the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z were the Albertine.
Yeah,
The first group to do it successfully.
Yeah,
but it was
legitimately,
less
they did the
Goku
fusion
and Vegeta,
dance.
and it was more like Pearl and Amethyst from Steven Universe.
No,
Jesus
don't
Christ,
speak
no.
that awful
No.
name. Don't
No.
speak that abomination.
Steven
into this.
Universe has canonically fucked all 3 of his mothers. Alright, get into the next part.
Oh no!
Technically,
I
his
will say
dad,
though.
too.
I will say though, for those of you who don't know, the art for this book has this kind of very classical feel in terms of
Oh,
yeah.
90s RPGs,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love the character designs.
It feels like everybody in the 90s hired the same artist at times.
Sometimes, but that does give the era a sort of unique flair to it that we really don't see much anymore.
I
Because
do
I
love how Shea is
guess.
trying too hard. This is like midlife crisis. This woman has hit the wall. This woman has hit the wall. And actually, I like how she's much less respectable looking than the first edition version.
That's how fucking goofy ass how Shea is. And
Oh yeah, with the
You
fucking
got the
golden
tat-
eagle with the ankh on it and like the little eye makeup. Oh my
the
god.
cups that for that
They're trying
dress
too
are
hard,
too
bro.
big.
She has acrylics. She has acrylics and rubber promise rings.
But
Man, I just had a
Those
thought.
promise rings are for my cats who I'll marry in the next life when they reincarnate to humans again.
we
Man,
can
I
now.
just had a thought that if somebody like a virtual adept, like oh no, yeah, Sons of Ether, you just get the book and you suddenly begin turning white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's reverse.
You're like,
It's vitiligo.
You basically Michael Jacksoning.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm just
reason
imagining
Lago?
like a member of House Nagoma it was given this book by the Aetherite, and then
Yeah.
he wakes up and he's just spontaneously one shape.
But what?
It's like Uncle Ruckus having the dream of white heaven.
And
Conversely, a son of Aetherite joins House Nagoma and just spontaneously begins turning black like an Asimite.
No,
we
can't be.
we can
This
now
can't be.
we can now talk about the family unit.
All right.
Yep.
We gotta go back to our page where we were. That was on
Family.
page 42.
Family.
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 By the way, side tangent, Kyle.
Yes.
You know who you look like last episode?
Yes.
You look like Ricky from Trailer Park Boy.
We had a
I
comment
actually
saying
have
that.
been told that before. I have been told that regularly. That I look like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys.
Especially with that fucking abomination photo.
Kyle, we need to get you
Defense
fed up for this
rest.
channel.
Case can fuck off.
We need to do the Galliard group weight drive.
Weight
The-
drive.
But me and Kyle will begin to swan size to complete the Trailbark Boys joke.
Oh, I just need to start
When,
like
when will
crushing
you randomly
birds.
find a mountain lion to get high on weed with?
I mean, I could probably go to the Appalachians and do that.
You need to give that cat. You need to give that big cat weed.
Let's
It'd be
see.
really
We'll
funny.
say it now. If we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll reenact the Trailbark Boys.
You need to give a puma Matatabi sticks.
See, Johnny, here's what I was thinking is that like we get Sean, right? And
Yeah.
we get or actually yeah, we'll have Sean be Steve Buscemi, I'll be John Goodman, and you be Jeff Bridges, and we'll recreate the peeing on your rug scene from The Big Lebowski.
No, what you need to do to celebrate. I think this would technically count for Wraith. You need to do the From Beyond movie again.
Oh God, Jesus
Just culminates in
Christ.
one of you running around naked with like a fucking anglerfish lure attached to your head, screaming.
It's-
No, not that.
the effects in that movie were fucking wicked. I love
Oh
that
yeah,
kind of
especially
shit.
since it cost the equivalent of like a Chipotle meal.
Yeah.
It was done
Anyway.
cheap. It was like maybe $100,000 to fucking make.
It looks so good. Like, why do movies suck these days?
Well,
So
I mean,
Family Unit,
Backrooms and Obsession did really, really good. I heard.
the
Yeah.
first, the order exists in a perpetual state of war, so everybody's gonna be on the same page. You can't go to war with and have your fellow soldiers all hate each other.
I mean, they
It's not gonna
lost
work
their
that way.
biggest confrontation. They lost hundreds of years of lore.
Oh yeah.
They lost so many men.
They lost
did
a lot
death
of some
war
of
with the
their
Tribune.
best and brightest. Like this is basically the
lost
same
all
as
their
having your high
archmages
command
they lost.
bombed.
They
lost
say
all their archmages. They lost
Dude.
a lot of their resources. They lost
Dude.
fucking Doisatep.
Do not
Yep.
interact with civilians. The civilian is fucking beneath you. Leave them alone.
Bro, I
Just
just
don't touch 'em.
imagine like a sleeper like in the forest, like stumbling upon like a bunch of OD'd ecstatics, like in the picture I'm gonna send to you in the studio notes.
Oh God.
Is stepping in that.
Oh no! I just realized.
You
God.
can't
Oh.
do that.
Oh wow!
Oh, guys. That is
All right,
what
this is going up. This is going up. God.
I mean, I was gonna
Damn.
make a comment about how the family stuff is written like the Chinese communist executive orders they gave, but
Man,
I
this is
can't
what-
after that.
This is what I imagine the person stumbling upon OD'd ecstatics in the forest looking like.
Jesus Christ.
The harvest
Well,
is
I think
contested.
I think we now have what your ecstatic character should look like if you ever do a LARP.
Yes.
Yeah, Kyle, this is your guy.
No.
You just,
Son
you
of
just
a
gotta
bitch.
find. You just want to go into the LARP as an aesthetic. Just gotta find the Logan Paul fit from the Suicide Forest. That's all you need. But guys, is there a body over there?
Did we just find a body in the Suicide Forest?
Yep.
Bro.
Okay, box Mike
But if
Tyson.
you're
Johnny-
curious, the Hermetics
Johnny-
at this point have become full People's Liberation Army in terms of mindset and rules.
Oh,
because
yes.
these are the 3 rules that Mao fucking ordered
Yeah.
his troops to do after the Long March.
Basically,
You see, they
Basically-
influenced and inspired Iteration X, and then proceeded to copy Iteration X after they were inspired.
by the way, Johnny, you gotta send Kyle that fucking hash. You gotta send it to him.
No.
Send
No, I'm
it
not
to him.
doing it.
You gotta have it fit, Kyle. The
I'm
Sonic
not
Shoe
doing the
medallion
Logan
with
Paul
the hat.
fit.
That would just
That's
be
getting a little too
instantly
cursed.
erased. That would be Paradox 20 combined.
Yes.
It would just
Yeah.
stop
You're
existing.
gone. And, when
So,
it come-
so for
You
the
would just scream and
5,000
disappear. Ah!
guys, how about for the 5,000 milestone subscriber, you have Kyle in the Logan Paul fit?
No.
Come on, you
The
know
things
you
I
want
do
to.
for YouTube, I swear to
So-
God.
So when it comes to politics in this, we never really talked that much about how to navigate the politics of the Hermetics in the last episode. Let's do it here.
All right.
I think it's better. Revised handles this a lot better. I would argue this is easily the best of the tradition books.
They describe it as walking upon quicksand. You take one wrong step into Order of Hermes, and you immediately lose any and all seriousness to your name. You'll become a
Yes.
joke within the Hermetic Order if you make one fuck up, because these people don't forget anything that you do.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they've also made enough fuck ups that you could probably drag their skeleton screaming out of the closet as well. You
We-
can
the
recover, but
bar
it
is-
takes time.
Very much
The
so.
bar has been lowered so far that you can look to someone accusing you of something and go, well, what about the Christmas party incident? Gary, we told you we swore we'd never talk about that again.
Okay,
But
then I'll
you
talk
got out
about
to-
the Easter incident where we know that happened at Doisatep, before everything exploded. Remember that Easter
Look,
incident?
I was spending some time with the ecstatics, okay? They showed me this new toy, and I got a little out of hand, had a little too much peppermint schnapps, and things just
Why
got out of
did you
hand.
make a changing breed rabbit shifter?
He gave me
I
that
thought it
look.
would be sexy, okay?
He gave me that bedroom eyes look, and he said, "You want to find my eggs?" And then he
Yeah.
followed him. And then I
He
followed him into a
sounded like
closet.
Hugh Jackman. It was hard to resist.
God damn, that fucking sentence. Why you finding my eggs?
Yeah, exactly that. And then,
Fucking hell.
we went over the Order of Hermes' code in the last episode, but now we get to the peripheral corrigenda.
The laws of Pymander.
Yes, Corrigenda is how you spell that word, which is the fine print rules they want to try to stop you with.
Yes.
It is a body of law that encompasses at least 100 or 1,000 interpretations that are decided upon by House Gazator, so it doesn't matter what the fuck you thought the law was, it matters what the House Gazator thought the law was.
Now, thankfully, House Casator's relevance, it's still strong, but they ate so much shit that you could probably argue with them now. Back in the day, you couldn't.
Everything we went over before with the Code of Hermes, just take every single sentence of that code, break it down, and then just micromanage, nitpick, and cherry pick every single part of that That's
I
what the
do
law is
love
supposed to
that
be.
they have the reality elements for each of the Code of Hermes rules.
Yes, they do actually have that, which
I
is
love
kind of
that.
nice to see. It's like you get to see it's like when in werewolf novels you have the litany for each tribe, and like they all describe how they feel about it.
Like for example, let's go into the Order of Hermes and let's go over Rule 7. I solemnly swear to uphold the sacred code of Hermes and venture any risk or sacrifice to protect it. Should I breach it, may all the mages of the orders rise as one united and hunt me down and destroy me forevermore.
Yeah, the
Well,
loyalty.
ultimately, the Order of Hermes can just have a blank checkup for that. Say, oh, you failed to fight against this member of the Nefandi. Well, how do we know that you're not compromised
Conspiring
after
with
coming
them.
back from that? Because they have the ability to turn your avatar copothic, or even if it's not copothic, who's to say that it didn't use meme magic to inspire or influence you? You were supposed to die in that mission, but instead you retreated and now you're back over here. So because you didn't want to die to Nefandi, we get to kill you instead.
Essentially, the reality is the Hermetics do sacrifice quite a bit, but they'll also sacrifice other people that didn't fucking ask for it, even if they weren't part of the order.
Exactly that,
Yep.
and that includes other traditions too.
Yeah.
So
There are
you
also
see,
new rules because after losing Doisatep because of the antics of what the fuck they did and the Hitmark did, and then the second goddamn Masasa War.
Mhm.
I just seriously another Masasa War shit.
Mhm.
First one didn't go well either.
And
No, Rule 8. That's a new
Yes.
one.
yeah, that's brand new. Let's go over it. I solemnly swear to vigorously and actively pursue the enemies of Ascension and to unmake their works in this world and in all others. Which,
This is
in
basically
reality,
like a declaration of war forever.
and it is exactly like the Werewolf Litany, we are at war forever. We are going to be in charge forever. You are a soldier forever. And we expect you to do a 100% completion on every mission.
I will say that I kind of don't like this shift in the Order of Hermes, really. I don't, because it makes it too much like Werewolf, which I think kind of ruins the magic a little bit. Also, again, Quesator fucking things up. Good job.
Exactly that. Is this is where Mage started to get a little bit shaky because we were starting off strong in first edition and now Revised is coming out and and then
Like,
Mage
why
20
do we
comes
need
out
our
and
Forever War? Okay.
then Mage 20 fucking not Dama is all over.
Yeah. I will say,
And
though, it does add a sense of urgency to the game that otherwise may have lacked in
otherwise I've seen a little bit too
in
easy.
first edition. Yeah, exactly. Like, at first it seems like, okay, cool, this is just like a Wizards 101 kind of game. Sure, now it's...
Yeah,
No.
So
There's
here's my
quite-
hidden world concept where there's a secret war going on. This has to be the 5th time that you've introduced a secret war. White Wolf, why do
Yep.
you keep doing that?
Because it's cool.
If
Hey,
I
man,
had
they're
to
watching-
222, he
guess-
fried the Z-Bot's brain with heat-seeking empathot. It was cool.
Hey man, they were
If-
watching the Underworld movies. They had to get inspired somehow.
The
Mm,
Underworld movies happened because Dracula refused to pay his fucking werewolf help.
no.
I'm not even kidding.
But-
Werewolves and vampires got along fairly well. It wasn't until bullshit like Underworld and a couple of other, I think, crappy romance novels that changed that up.
We don't talk
Werewolves
about
were used as, like,
Twilight.
the servants and working class of the vampires originally.
See, that was just Gangrel, I think.
I'm just low-key now envisioning the fucking werewolf revolution against the tyranny of a Semichi warlord. Sure. That sounds like a really stupid chronicle right there.
I think so, yeah. But it'd be funny, but like...
No, come on. Think about it. The communist revolution taking over. I'm sorry.
He was saying
Couldn't
something.
keep it together.
Storyteller. He was saying something.
Well-
Storyteller.
Looking over this new addition to the code, if I had to guess why this thing exists, it's probably because of 9/11.
Probably because everybody
Probably.
just wanted to kill everybody during this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Consider that the Ascension Warrior incident was basically the equivalent of Wizard 9/11, and
Pop
this
the
rule came
bean
around
out and
like
kill
early
somebody.
2002. Yeah, I could kind of see maybe that's why it happened, because if I'm not mistaken, second and first edition came out before September 11th.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and this one did not.
Yeah.
This one came after.
Yeah, so that kind of tracks. At least that's what my fucked up cocaine brain says.
Well, I mean, other aspects that they have to go total war. They literally are going on a total war footing. Includes oppressive governmental practices, substandard education, and other persons, entities, or even concepts. So if you want to play the Unabomber as a Hermetic, go ahead. This book actually encourages you to because of the peripheral corrigenda.
Because
It told me to.
we can now have an entire convention of Vince McMahon's, where everybody micromanages each other, doesn't respect anyone's privacy, always insists that they're the smartest people in the room. You see why a lot of the other members of traditions really do not fucking like the Order of Hermes.
Well, that's tough shit because we're the only ones getting things done.
Exactly that, but it's that whole micromanagement aspect is the only reason why they're participating in the meta plot. Because, like, let's say like meta reasons aside, like it's not like issues with the writing. Where who's to say that the only reason why the traditions haven't been able to do anything in the meta plot is because the Hermes aren't letting them do it because they're insisting we need to be the ones to do fucking everything because if you do it, you'll get it wrong.
Well,
I mean,
what
that's
do you
happened
expect
a few
everyone
times.
to do?
It's that they expect you to just
What do you expect the ecstatics to do?
Yeah,
they
they're
just
just
say
gonna get high.
just stand off to the side, just stay at home. Let's handle the entire plot. Means the Ascension by ourselves.
I mean, the
You'll just get our
Athanatoi, at
way.
least you can get them to do stuff, but you have to make them target and kill a lot of people. Which, I mean, that would work, but
Because the
yeah,
only
but
real competent force into traditions are the Celestial Chorus, even though they're a shell of who they used to be, but that's not even up for debate.
they could still get it done.
The Thanatos and the Virtual Adepts, but the Virtual Adepts
I
have
mean, the Dream
completely,
Speakers kind of occasionally contribute since they work with spirits a lot.
and then also the Virtual Adepts have completely lost the plot because they're just obsessed with revenge against the traditions, and that's it. They don't give a fuck about the Defandi.
How many people did Alan Turing personally fuck among them for them to be this jilted X level angry?
Enough.
They've been fucking raging a one-man war against the against conventions for over 70 years now.
That's
Yeah,
almost as
but
pathetic as the
unfortunately,
Brujah whining about Carthage, to be honest.
Well, to
They're
be
never
fair,
gonna
I
let that
think
unfortunately,
go.
Go ahead.
the virtual adepts aren't really doing all that much. They're basically just a bunch of digital angry kids throwing rocks at the technocrats' cars. They don't really have a lot to do with in terms of long-term damage. It's all short-term.
Well, I mean, there's two main things regarding the virtual adepts I would like to say. I mean, like the virtual adepts, as we discussed earlier, started as part of the conventions, and the whole thing is they just got sick of being shat on all the time, and they kept warning the New World Order. It's like, hey, there's going to be a massive disruption of the timeline if you don't do these things. And the New World Order brushed them off, and they said, fine, fuck you, we're going to let it break, and we're taking the timetable with us. And, of course, it's just like when your boss goes and fires one of your top engineers, and all of a sudden your phones are ringing off the hook because nothing goddamn works.
Kind of, yeah, kind of nah. I think they overrated their value somewhat to the conventions.
Sure, they might have, but at the same time, their leaving, did disrupt the timetable to a point which it's now almost irreparable.
Indeed.
I just
Their
imagine
problem is that they have a timetable.
Yep.
But
just
they
imagine,
also
like-
lose all those resources. The virtual adepts don't have the same resources as they did back when they were in the Technocratic Union. They're kind of garage banning it now.
This
Yeah.
Lance is fucking
Congratulations,
them up.
morons! You forced Iteration X to learn to code. Now they don't need you at all.
See,
Well, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like I will concede though, the virtual adepts do spend way too much time focusing on cyberspace and the construction of it to really contribute in meaningful ways that House Thig otherwise would have prior to their destruction. At the destruction of, I keep forgetting the name of it.
Doorstep.
Yeah,
The
Doorstep.
rice fields.
Yes.
The rice fields.
How does it feel that a minor house of edgy goth computer losers outdoes your decades-long legacy, powered by the actual dude who came up with AI concepts and, other such luminaries, such as like the
Yep.
von Neumann. Like, how do you fuck that up?
All right,
They're both
let's
different.
How are you worse than the people that are now edgelords because they can't handle the fucking rice fields burning?
3 HP Seer
They're
joke,
both-
and then we'll go into the spheres.
No, I was just gonna say, like, imagine you're like an Order of Hermes. You go to like the boss, not a boss, like one of the heads of like the virtual adepts, and you see this guy.
Hang on.
Check studio notes.
You see this fucking guy.
Fuck.
Now that's insulting because he looks like the
Damn it.
quartering if he had hair.
I do look. What the hell?
Kyle,
What are the
if you weighed
oranges
four-
for?
if you weighed 400 pounds, this is what you
That's
look
his
like.
hair. No, you don't want to know what a funny thing. That's the coordinate combined with Kyle. I just made him a bit fat.
Why?
I just look fat.
That's
I'm
just
like
He
2
looks like
steps
me
away
with
from
hair.
being. I'm 2 weeks from a haircut away from looking like Queso in that image.
You're 2 weeks away from a sexual harassment lawsuit.
I don't know. I will say I look
Well-
more like Queso than I do the quartering.
But dude, why
Yeah,
don't you
that's-
switch Kyle's head with mine?
No, whenever you combine Kyle and the coordinating, you get the abomination of queso, Timo
I'm
Queso.
gonna be honest. I just kind of look like my dad.
3 HP, generate this image again, but remove Kyle's hair on top of his head. Leave the beard in place.
Oh God, no.
You-
You know what
You
he
want
also looks like?
skinhead?
Kind of looks like King
Yeah.
Henry VIII if he had a fuller head of hair.
Oh.
Time to murder my second wife.
We now get into the spheres.
Oh,
Going down a little-
boy.
So what do we actually think of this magic? Well, the Order of Hermes is going to tell us this, but they want to come up with silly ass Latin names for all the spheres. So bear with us.
I actually love that though because again,
Same.
it's tied to Ars Magica and it's also just it gets you into their head.
Yes.
We
Absolutely.
have Ars Conjunctionis, correspondence. The art of connecting things or the art of binding things together. Usually this comes in the form of geometric measurements, patterns, shoe stones, Euclidean characters, numbers, a door, or just a man's hallway that he put scribbles in. Is how you cast spells in this.
Kabbalistic imagery like the Sephiroth or invoking. If you've ever actually seen them, look up. They're called schema monks, which are the highest ranking monastics in Eastern Orthodoxy, and
And you
their
want, like-
their robes are covered in this sort of shit.
and
They
even like,
actually make great images if you want to have what a hermetic looks like. A hermetic
Oh yeah, I
master.
see it.
Yeah.
And if you, like,
Schema
want, like,
monks are fucking dope.
and if you want like practical examples, you can think of like Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, or like Euclidean on Euclidean places as well. Like,
Also
as
note that
examples.
that's why one of the houses specifically tattoo themselves. Krianon would do that specifically because it gave them image. I am going to also put. I'm going to put because I think that's pretty neat. What the types of robes these motherfuckers would wear.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
oh.
badass.
Yeah, it results like that. But
Yeah, and here's a
Ooh,
pair of them
hell
just
yeah.
standing there.
Mm.
just
When
chilling
your
out.
wizard maxes out the appearance.
That is your
They're
random encounter
dripped,
for
bro.
today's mage session.
They're dripped out.
I'm gonna be
They
honest.
are-
Yeah, that is pretty drip. I'm not gonna lie.
They're the ones who tell you to legalize nuclear bombs.
And here's one
Yeah.
more, just in
Oh, yeah.
red, in red
Yeah.
format with the skull.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting.
Shadow money, legalized nuclear wizards.
Now, when it comes to the Order of Hermes with correspondence, it's super fucking important. It's almost as important as
hell yeah.
Prime and almost, well, not as important to forces to them, but it's like the third most important sphere in all of the Order of Hermes is correspondence.
Without the sphere
Like-
of connection, you cannot easily touch things. Here's the thing: correspondence as a sphere, it is by itself not that impressive.
But you combine it with something,
Yes.
Yep.
and that you get fucking
you
crazy.
need you need correspondence to be able to like do anything that is from afar. Or like
Right.
correspondence literally is, if you don't have correspondence, you're gonna get sneaked attacked so fucking easily if you don't like get like a 3-point view of your surroundings from
Because correspondence also allows you to disconnect yourself somewhat.
Because
It's also
in
just
the
useful if you want to give people pancreatitis.
in the Tuesday
What
Mage
the fuck?
game, with the way that Howler's been playing her character, she originally put all of her points into correspondence, and she was using it to make herself move faster, and it was fine. But when she figured out that she could start scrying and tracking down anyone from around the world with her spells, that's when her character came to life.
And keep in mind that you can also do it through space-time, as in you can kill people before you have to deal with them, so you never have to deal with them.
If she
Yep.
combines it with forces, she can become a spell sniper with infinite range.
That's kind of
Pretty
nutty.
much.
You can literally just turn into scanners.
And if you have entropy, you can final destination people by legitimately Rube Goldberging using
That
Using
sounds
correspondence.
hilarious.
Exactly that.
That is where House Chaos comes into play.
straight up. That is actually one of the concepts I had for a Euthanatoy, was the person who essentially did Rube Goldberg style deaths using correspondence and entropy.
We next have Ars Fati, which is entropy. All about luck,
Fati?
fate.
Fati.
They use this to rig the deck in their system.
Oh, yeah, Fati.
That's all they really use it for.
Yeah,
Everything the Euthantos want to talk about cycles and prolonging, the Order of Hermes just does not give a shit about that. They just want it to make their dice rolls better. And that's
Essentially,
it.
that's why they use things like dice, like blessed dice knuckle bones, or they'll pull cards. Essentially, you're using it as a focus for chance, or if you're going with the death aspect or the rot aspect, to just make people turn into a pile of bones.
Oh shit! Sorry about that. You probably heard that on my microphone.
Oh,
The
good.
other
That's the
thing
power
they
of
use
entropy.
for it's like
I cast a
disintegrate
spell
from-
using entropy.
It's basically like that aspect is like disintegrate from D&D or something. Like you just make him just dust.
the other thing they use it for, namely, is divination. If they're not using it to rake their dice, they're using it to divine locations, beings, events.
Oh no.
And common foci, usually just numerology. But we just pulled up the random number generator and cast a spell with it.
I pull out a calculator and I type boobs in.
I'm
Or-
just
Like
envisioning.
entropy-
No. You use entropy to win gotcha pulls.
That's
Oh my
it.
You just
To try
sit
to
there
fuck
and-
over the syndicate, you just fuck up their game by just using entropy to rig the gotcha pulls.
You're just sitting
Oh
there in
boy,
front of the
Ghost-
gotcha machine, just waiting for people to like go and spend their
That
money.
is like
Ghost-
a meme use of it.
you pull Ghostbusters Hogan on the first pool.
Every member of House Fortune is banned from every casino on the planet.
Probably, yeah.
Either
Like, if
that's
you
why
want,
they
like-
had to run their own casinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing
But if you
they'll
want,
do
like-
is that what?
I was just gonna. If you want like high level examples of entropy, like with high level entropy, you can go like, oh, that botch that never happened, or you could go like, I'm gonna drop this satellite on your head, or the last one. This one I think it's the best. Combined with another the sphere of spirit, which we'll get into later on, you can literally erase a low level spirit from existence.
Yes.
Kaboom! There
That's
he's
kind
gone.
of scary.
The first
ass-
one to get hit by lightning twice.
In my
Yup.
opinion, entropy is the most important sphere in Mage Ascension.
Yep.
It's one of the
to
most
me.
powerful when you chain it right.
I keep
They're
being
all
vindicated
powerful. You
on
just
It's
have
so
to know how
well,
to
no,
use
this
them.
one is so
Thanatos.
powerful that there's a reason Awakening split it into death magic and fate.
I hate that shit, but
Yeah.
but common foci of besides numerology, they also just take a handful of sand and just throw this fucking sand on the floor, and then like, oh, the grains land in this area, that therefore this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Or
That's actually
Other-
based on, if you're curious, there's a variety of what's called mancies, which are ways to see the future.
Yes.
It could just be counting birds. It can be you randomly go to your bookshelf, grab a book, and just kind of like not even think about it, go to a page, and then just put your finger on a word. It's a lot of things.
and
Bro,
then
One of the
lastly-
oldest was you cut open an animal to look at what's in the organs.
And then lastly, they'll either cover something in acid or spray something to make it rusty, and then depending on how corroded or rusty it is, we'll decide whether or not something's going to be good or bad fortune. And that's it. We're I proceed to take this piece of steel and leave it out in the rain, and if it's completely rusted, I will not go into battle.
Like also, there's another like use of it as well. You cast it on
Or
you.
what if it's
You
galvanized?
cast, no. You cast entropy on you, and you raise your like difficulty to hit like to +10, +2, 3 successes to hit you, and nobody can hit you. Everyone's like fumbling around trying to
I'm
hit
telling you, it's fucking
But-
awesome.
I mean, you
But
can
they're
also use
flipping
it
on
to
banana
rig the game. No, here's the best part. Let's say you fail with the augury, what you can just do is, because it's entropy, fuck you, I'm going to do it again, like what the Romans used to do. Where what would happen is they would get a poor augury when they sacrificed a bird and looked at its organs. So they would go, get the next bird. This one doesn't count.
I
And they
actually
would
do
just
remember
rig
just
it.
like-
that.
They would rig it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I just like imagine.
Go ahead.
Continue. I was just gonna say, I imagine like a scenario of like you do entropy to make your like ability to dodge like at difficulty 3, and you raise the difficulty to like plus 10 plus extra successes. You go to a pack of werewolves, go, come on, hit me, bitch. They can't hit you.
Go on, try and hit me with that other hand. Try and hit me. You can't.
Spend 15 rage. No, can't hit him.
And that's why
Don't get it.
storytellers can tell you to go fuck yourself if you try to be cutesy like that.
Now, next up, now get a load of this name. Ars Essentia.
Also known as Ars Virium.
Yeah.
Forces.
The big one.
Do we need to explain this?
It's the art of
Do we-
ligma
Yes.
balls.
We probably should.
Okay, so why does Order of Hermes think that this is the most important sphere?
Oh,
Because it's the
let me tell
sphere of physics.
But it is the sphere of power. You get shit done with the sphere.
It's the most visible of the effects. It's also because of their whole concept of being tied to Kabbalah and like the occult. The first words in the Bible, the Lord said, "Let there be light." Light is one of the
And there
first
was
powers you can use in Force.
Yes.
Because Forces
Yep.
also covers Conjuration in Mage Ascension.
Yeah. I would think that would be correspondence, wouldn't it?
No, he's
or
talking
matter?
about like summoning
Essentially
summoning
creating light
fire.
from darkness. It's also basically Force can be destructive, but it's also a creative process. Like
It's
the
also what
first-
allows you to transmute shit.
Yes.
Yep.
The reason why House of Akali makes the progress it does is because it combines Forces and matter in all of their spells.
Most Hermetics do use Forces. Flambeau is very simple with its application. Solifacati are more nuanced with what they do.
They usually use it to do something as minor as summon a sword from thin air, or as extreme as shoot you with a bolt of lightning from across the country.
Or alternatively, summon just a miniature meteor to slam onto you.
You cast a meteor from Final Fantasy,
Yes.
and then it happens. Where common foci involve swords, daggers, a stick of iron, fire in a bowl, smoke, magnets, pentacles that they drew in our palms, invocations of
Radiation.
the images of Gabriel and Michael, and just any source of light. So light from the fucking sun can be used for spells.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
basically just turn the world into like you basically become a kid with a magnifying glass roasting ants.
Yes.
Also, because they reference masculine, some would say phallic sphere. If you wanted to, you can use a whalebone, the whalebone thing that you use.
Well,
to
I was
make
going to say you
free
could just
throw.
use your penis. To cast a
Big
spell.
man
That too,
for a
you
big
could.
gun.
You could use your penis to do it.
No, we don't want to be that marauder from the Chaos Factor. Please, no.
Oh god, no! The mental.
Helicopter.
Okay, imagine the mental image. If you have the wizard, the wizard in his hat and robes, he takes off his robes and then pile drives the ground with his preapsis to create an earthquake with it.
Fucking hell.
He literally fucks the earth into an earthquake.
They call me Flintstone because I make the bedrock.
Man, it's just like
Call me
the
after
most
God.
humiliating. It's the most humiliating act if a mage helicopters like his dick and casts a fireball from it. Like, God damn it, bro! Like, just kill me now.
It
He
fucking pumps his
mogged me.
cock and the fireball comes out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I just
Basically,
realized
he
that
mogged
there is
him.
a character like that is a marauder. Remember, that was one of the marauders in
Yeah,
Chaos
he-
Factor.
from Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You
The guy
basically
that we
become
talked
like
about.
that one Cannibal
Sure.
Corpse song, or no, the Death Clock song, I Ejaculate Fire.
Ejaculate fire.
This song is about shooting blood out of your cock.
That was George Fisher.
Guys, it's,
I just
This is a song. Go ahead.
it's
Now,
Gary.
admittedly, that's more of an ecstatic method. What the Hermetics usually would do instead is throw flasks of alchemist's fire.
Oh yeah, that'd do it.
It never goes out.
Bro, I just like imagine they a fucking marauder or Nafandi fucking begin helicoptering, and you just see a beam.
Guys, it's
Just-
scary. Why is his pants down?
Helicopter, helicopter.
You can fly. You actually can fly because remember, it's altering force, so you can use it
Yeah.
to lift.
Doesn't Scanlan
Yes.
do that in fucking Legend of
Yeah,
Vox
I don't
Machina
know.
at some point?
Maybe, but imagine the fucking aura that you gain from doing that shit to your enemies.
I feel like you
Now
gain
you
a
know why
willpower for that.
you know why the technocrats are terrified of the ecstatics when they actually get going.
Next,
It just
we
they
have
all just collapse.
next we have Ars Anime, the Life Sphere.
This is what the oh man, this is what the German house, the Berserker house
The-
before
the
they became
Thule
Verbena
Society,
would have done. Yeah.
To Order of Hermes, this is a woman's sphere. Like it's fucking girly to invest in the Forces sphere. A real man's sphere was
girly.
the Forces sphere, which is why, as you notice, no house in Order of Hermes specializes in life.
Hey man, if
Not
I was
one.
a mage and I had the choice between the two of them, probably gonna take forces because I can do the friction curse and just curse somebody. If they move, they burn alive. If they don't move, they freeze.
You don't understand. You can do some nasty things with life.
Oh, absolutely.
So here's the thing: Bjornair would have almost certainly have picked up life because their whole thing was mastery of animals. But since they made him Verbena, that's why there's no one that specializes in it.
Yep.
Because when it comes to Order of Hermes, this is the sphere they prioritize the least. Like they say, you can go your entire mage career without learning life. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't to them.
Fuck you, it does. Let me tell you some insane things you can do with the life sphere. Convert your biomass into being purely capable of surviving in fucking lava because
Yes.
you've made yourself an extremophile. John Carpenter's The Thing yourself on a level beyond what the eldest can fucking do.
Become a tardigrade and nothing ever fucking kills you.
I once watched like a live play, and one of the characters literally turned somebody with life into a xenomorph.
You can do
I
that.
saw that.
Awesome.
You can do that.
Yeah,
Polymorph is at your hands with the life sphere.
Yes.
but that has to be
You
like
can
level
create
4.
life. You can hypothetically, if you wanted to, you could turn the deserts green.
You can, yes. You can.
Even with life 1, just like one dot in the sphere, you get to immediately use the sense life ability. You can sense everyone in the building.
4 cents, which is actually one of the best. If you pick life 1, entropy 1, and then correspondence 2, you know how many people you can set up to die.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why life is not a bitch. Like, here's the thing. I disagree with this take. I think this is bad writing for the Hermetics.
For Max, you don't like this at all.
Because A, Ars Magica, they already had a house that would do this sort of shit, and this allows you to turn into animals. And B, rejecting the physical material, you're becoming a godling, right? One of the things God does is create animals and fish.
Mm-hmm. You say,
Why the fuck wouldn't you have a house that specializes
let's
in that?
fight that. Let's just make the fish out of fire and then put them in the ocean that
I
way.
feel like
I mean, that's what House
maybe,
Flambeau can
maybe
do.
it's not as
Yeah.
maybe it's not as bad as we think it is, because it could be a reflection of like the change in mentality around it, because they weren't that hard on the life sphere back in first edition. I don't know if we went over it in first edition, but the
wasn't
fact of the
brought up to
matter
this
is that
degree.
like maybe they think of it less importantly now that they declare that they are at a permanent war with the conventions. They don't see.
I think it's just White Wolf bashing themselves on the, flagellating themselves, saying, sorry, we're white men. I think it's just that again.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case.
But behold, as I use
Yeah,
the life
the
sphere to
Verbena.
become to
Verbena
become one.
revised.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. maybe.
Kyle, there's a reason why we did not. I told you do not open Verbena Revised. I told you that for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
also-
why I disagree.
Sorry, I'm male. Sorry, I'm white.
I kid you. I make no exaggeration when I say this. When I say Verbena Revised is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen come out of a company.
It's pretty fucking horrible.
That book is humiliating. It is humiliating with its writing quality. But
Also, like I want to add as well, like with life, you can also. This is gonna be useful. You can you can gain the ability to soak ag damage with stamina and be able to raise your attributes up to level
Yes.
10 if you get high enough successes.
Yep.
you're
Again, you would think that it would help you understand the cosmos because you can rewire your brain. You could activate your pineal gland using life to be able to see other dimensions using the great sensory organ that was once greater than it is.
You
And
combine
Given
it with
that's why
mind.
what?
You go.
What?
no, I'm just sighing in annoyance.
It's,
Yeah, I know I'm annoying as fuck, but still, you combine it with mind. You can pretty much start seeing those colors that people talk about that other animals can see, but humans can't. You can probably start seeing things that no one even knows exists.
You could
it's
with life. Well, actually, maybe not with mine. With life, actually, no, you could because it could allow you to see memetics.
mm-hmm. With
As in,
your
you could see culture. You can see ethereal concepts in the mind.
made personified.
That's more drifting into mind areas. That's more like
if you
concepts,
combine the
stuff
two.
like that.
But making people
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
and your foci for this include onks, incense, chalices, cups, pure water, or just anything involving green wood.
I
And
also will note that life as a sphere. So here's the thing: there are a bunch of hippies, right, that believe in like. Didn't they fall for like Celtibuism?
man.
Didn't they fall into Celtibuism given they have the Fianna?
I think so.
They are aware that one of the chief gods of the Irish Celtic pantheon is the Dagda, right? You know, the fertility deity.
The
The
god who's good at
masculine
everything.
fertility deity who is dressed like a druid and kind of like Gandalf the Grey or alternatively Radagast the Brown.
It's time to fuck me
But-
up.
I'm just pointing out that I fundamentally disagree with this take on life.
Next
Also
up
want to
is-
say,
what?
you need life with combination with some other ones if you want to turn a vampire into a lawn chair. The greatest
True.
feat of magecraft ever performed.
Also,
No,
you need
you
life
need
to have
matter
family.
for that.
Life is
Well,
family.
I'm just saying with other
uh,
spheres, but yeah.
well, now that you said that, we have Ars Materiae, the matter sphere,
Yeah.
The
In
which
fairness,
is
this is
one.
also highly important.
Yes.
make it
Absolutely.
just, in terms of priorities, it's like sphere number 4 on their list of priorities, because alchemy, something
Yes.
that
Alchemy.
Hermeticism is based off of directly. Now,
Yeah,
they say
particularly
that.
Good.
Kyle, you were saying?
I was going to say particularly for Solificati.
Oh yeah.
Because when it comes to alchemy, when it comes to the 7-step process of it, the first one is always calcination, which is fire. You always need that. It is directly followed with dissolution involving water. So that is 2 things that you can only replicate using the forces sphere, which is why they put so much importance upon it.
It's also
But-
where multiplicatio comes from.
But then you start getting into separation, which is where the matter sphere comes into play, which is the 3rd step, which is splitting thing A from thing B, and that's where matter finally comes into play. Where
Oh, yeah.
essentially everything they use to build their magic and their foci needs the matter sphere in order to complete their alchemical
Whoops.
spells.
Verditis also should specialize in matter, at least partially, because you do need that for your forge works.
Absolutely.
Also, things that matter can actually be able to do is like metals. Or you can control water, but you can also control molecules and atoms and gases and other like
With
periodic table.
enough spheres and matter, you can just increase the amount of oxygen in the air around you.
Congratulations, my rivals. I have locked you in this room. I have used matter to reshape the door into nothing, and I have replaced all of the air with argon.
Now,
And
behold,
then
as I
they
light
just
this
die
match.
instantly.
Oh, like you go like trapped in this room. I'm gonna turn all the air in this room from oxygen to hydrogen. Be gone,
become
dummies.
like-
And they just teleport.
I've
no,
turned
then
all
you
the
use
oxygen
force
in
to
the room into
compress.
helium.
I turn your DNA into fruit by the foot. It seems that I won.
That's more
Your
life. Oh, no, you need life and matter to do that.
Exactly.
Your common foci involve any sort of earthly material that is not forged or refined, a hammer or chisel, a metal rod, the number 4, or the number 5.
Depends on if you include the classical elements, 5 for Chinese elements, or alternatively, if you want to include aether.
Yes. Should the number 114 also work with that too?
It should.
Makes sense.
If you want
Like also,
That kind of
He could
elemental.
also like if you high level in matter, you can like merge some materials together. Like for example,
I'm
you
just
can create.
envisioning a Russian hermetic. Okay, here we are. A drunken Russian hermetic who is a specialist in matter. His foci is a chunk of the elephant's foot.
If he can keep that on him without melting his organs, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what the life sphere is for.
That's true.
that was like I was saying.
Jesus Christ!
I clicked the wrong button.
That
Sorry
was
about
really loud.
That is a wrong
Somebody's
That's
gonna be
fine.
watching this on the commute is gonna scare the shit out of them.
Here's with the fucking dragon shout the first one down.
Fuck
Yes, you
you,
do.
headphone wearers! Suffer! Suffer and
Jesus
see!
Also-
Christ.
Also with
Nope.
matter, you can combine materials. Like you can combine glass with the properties of steel, or air with the flammable properties of petroleum, or like, or the best one, smoke clouds with the elasticity of rubber.
Gentlemen, behold! A sword I made out of solid helium!
Fucking
Yeah,
Dr.
basically.
Vader.
Why did you do that?
What? And then he pauses, looks at what he made. Why did I do that?
Next up is Ars Mentis, which is Storyteller, your favorite
Mind?
sphere. The mind.
The more.
The mind.
Also,
I'm
the
a
sphere
partial
that the New World Order most often uses.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Your foci involve unbroken circles, which often involve rings or crowns, a Hebrew character for Kether, swords or other weapons, and true names for these spells.
Also mirrors.
Yeah, mirrors.
Like
Hop-
things you could do with it is mind empowerment, increase mental attributes, multitask, mind shield, like the basics.
If I may compare this to Tuesday Gamer running, one of our players' chief has achieved Mind 3, and within it has cast a spell upon himself called the Wind State, where he manages to hypnotize himself to the point where he can never lose willpower. Anything involved in a willpower check, he automatically succeeds, and he's so convinced he's going to win that he's able to brush past his wound penalties.
Oh wow.
Like,
Okay. That seems a
Mine
little
can be quite
broken.
powerful.
Yeah, one of those is technically a merit called self-confident, by the way, which you can like you don't lose willpower on like high difficulty tasks.
Well, I mean,
He
the
just
whole
gives
point of
himself that
Mage is to
focus.
cheat at the game, so that makes sense.
Is that
I don't
so?
blame them because their enemies are horrifying, brother.
So the
If
power of
you ever
self
wish to-
hypnosis, he's able to just push through these all different battles. Though he doesn't really use it that much because Chief has now found out what the spirit sphere can do, and has now become fascinated with that instead. So-
Spirit is quite
Oh,
strong.
no.
I will say though that mind is very devastating on just most people that are not supernatural. You need Prime to really make it stick on a supernatural, but if you really want to, you can resolve a lot of issues, much like if you had Presence or Dominate.
Every
Yep.
NPC we encounter that is a cop, he uses this on.
Also, like
Without fail.
other uses for like you want to understand languages. Behold, level 3, you can do it.
Yep.
Dream
Behold.
You
travel.
just get
there you
tongues
go.
automatically.
Talk to animals. Bam.
Mm.
You want to do
Weirdly
the memory
enough-
hole? You
And-
can do
Actually,
the
if you
memory hole
combine
with it.
mind, life, and if you combine mind and life, you can actually make the animals sentient.
And
If you want a
with-
secret of Nim these rats, you totally can.
And with the
Also,
Mind
it's fun-
Sphere, sorry, 3HP, but the Mind Sphere, basically what I just said with the Victory State, that's what the Order of Hermes uses this for. They use it to make it so they never fail a willpower check and never lose any temporary willpower. Is very nice we can do with this when you really think about
I
it.
thought you were gonna say like he would just spam psychic blast and just make everybody into fucking vegetables.
Oh, no, that's
They
what the
mostly
Force
use
Sphere
it
is
for
for.
improving focus and meditation.
Yeah,
I
it's
Exactly.
also
cast my
fun.
most powerful spell. Your parents fucking to conceive you, and it just mentally on that on repeat.
Mind
Oh.
time correspondence.
He just starts
No,
fading
no,
away
hear me
before
out.
his very
Mind-
eyes.
Mind and force and time and correspondence. You chain all of these together to have blasting into their ears and to people who can hear them the sounds of his conception.
Yo. It'd be
Oh,
just like
man.
losing
Also-
a willpower point per turn.
I was thinking the same thing.
I
You can do,
bestow
like,
upon you the most
telepathy.
dangerous gift of all, depression.
Depression.
Oh,
Oh
I cast
man.
Hirano. Fuck you.
Also, like a trollish way of using mind. If you like gotta fight a supernatural or like somebody, you just make him see everybody as Walter White. Just everybody's Walter.
What
Like,
would happen if
well,
what would happen if Walter White met Heisenberg?
And now
What
you
would
can do it
happen
in
if-
Mage.
I don't know. They've never
Oh,
been in the
no,
same
here's
room
a fun
together.
one. Mind and a bit of prime so that you can fuck with the vampire to remove from their perception the fireball that your assassin in the tower is about to blast at them.
Oh yeah, that's not even like that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with Killer Queen. I mean, that invisible, inaudible explosions.
oh
That-
god. Worse,
fucks you up.
worse idea. You
Bro.
reprogram a vampire's mind so they loathe the taste of vitae.
Oh, that's a death sentence right there.
Yeah,
they
fuck
would,
him.
they would die.
Oh,
Bro,
use that
if I had
adventure.
if I
Oh,
had
actually-
mine, bro, I would just make everybody think they're watching like fictional characters walking by them. Just
Mind and
make them go
correspondence. Here's a
insane.
fun one. Mind and correspondence allows you to touch them from a distance, but here's another interesting one. You are able to predict whether when their eyes move, which is called a saccade movement, and just hide in their blind spots.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah, you
interesting.
can do
I didn't think of
yeah.
that.
Just
There
fuck
was
with them.
There was a spell I remember seeing an actual play where they combined entropy and mind and make somebody's bulletproof vest unrecognizable. Every time you want to look at it, you just go, "Oh, sorry, I need to go and get my keys. Try again. I need to drink some water. Try again. I need to eat something." He just repeats and repeats. You can't see the fucking bulletproof vest.
Why do that when you can just inflict them with Alzheimer's early?
Our,
That's
our,
true.
our next sphere is Ars Viz, the Prime Sphere. Second
Yes.
most powerful,
Yeah.
second most important sphere to the Hermetics.
If you want to break a werewolf, this is something you need.
This
And
is
then-
the
yeah.
sphere. This is basically the Constitution attribute when you make a D&D character. It doesn't matter what else you have at your first, Constitution second. Same for Prime.
You always need to go into this because ever since the Order of Hermes militarized, you need this to fight the Nefandi. You
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
go without this.
It's like
If you do not have the Prime Sphere, Kyle, you cannot deal aggravated damage with any of your spells.
ooh, yeah, you
That's-
definitely need that.
Along with it,
Yeah,
too,
at
it's
least-
what you need. It's what you need to harvest quintessence and tasks.
And among the
Yeah.
Hermetics, they see this as touching the divine because it allows you to touch all supernaturals. This means
Yes.
that you're connecting with the one. You are
Yes.
becoming closer to God.
Yeah. So if, for
Alright,
example,
God.
if you, so for because some supernaturals like take lethal from lightning, you combine this with prime, make it quintessence bolt, and boom, ag damage, baby, with lightning.
Oh yeah.
As the numbers will rack up before your very eyes. This
It
will
also
not
is
be
Yep.
critical if you want to actually make things stick, like the vampire launcher. You need prime.
Mhm.
If
Yep.
you want to force a guru to enter Hirano, mind and prime. You need a lot of both.
If you want to suck up their gnosis and use it for your own, if you want to use it for your own quintessence, prime and spirit.
Although that usually goes horribly wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Magi and werewolf gifts don't really work well.
Also,
No.
one for prime, there's one necessary one: detect magic.
Yeah.
You don't get
Ooh.
blindsided with magic.
To even know what the fuck you're doing with it, you gotta have prime.
If you don't want to be killed like Elvis on the toilet using entropy to force your intestines to halt, you need
but-
prime to be able to detect if you've been poisoned with wizard spells on your peanut butter and banana sandwich.
During character creation for that Tuesday game, I told all my players, look, if you want to have a good time with Mage, you need to put at least 1 point in prime. It's
Yep.
that essential of a sphere.
In my mage game, one of the hermetic character, she's playing like this house flambeau 16-year-old girl. She likes to punch shit. She
Yeah.
has 2 points in prime. She can turn her punches so deadly she can punch your soul.
Yep.
Joe's Bizarre Adventure
turn-
intensifies.
Bashing damage to aggravated damage.
Is very nice. Very nice. Here it is now. Ars Mains, the Spirit Sphere.
This one's also quite
Nice.
powerful. It allows you to bind spirits to yourself. Again, they use the Seal of Solomon as an example of a
The
foci.
fucking Pokemon game.
If
Basically,
you want
yeah.
to play, if you want to play a Pokemon trainer with like spirits of fire with your Afridi, you totally can.
Is that they use Enochian glyphs, the names of angels and other astral beings, the Seal of Solomon, smoke, mist, shadows tracing up Tree of Life, and circles to bind to spirits. They use it not to commune with spirits, but just to catch them. Gotta catch them all.
Also, just
Pokemon.
to go back to Prime, I just want to say the favorite one, the wizard lightsaber. Just had to add that in. It is a real thing, wizard lightsaber, baby.
Nope.
That's the thing.
Now, if I may describe this to you, Chief's character, because he became enamored with the Spirit Sphere, is playing an Akashic. So what he's using is that he's directly reaching into the Umbra, gathering energy from the Umbra, wrapping it around his hand, and then punching people with it.
That is kind of sick.
It's basically the Spirit Bomb he's put into his punches. And
Now you can also like turn things into ephemera. You
Yeah.
can turn or quintessence.
and with how he's been rolling, he's been dealing 15 points of aggravated damage per punch.
Which can lead to a very disturbing idea of here's a great way to make people shit their pants. You bring the Nefandus, who then pulls out the skull, like the glowing green skull.
Mhm.
He opens the jaw and out blasts a bunch of balefire spirits he trapped into it, right into your face.
You just slap that down the middle of a werewolf Karen and just ruin it.
Yeah, bro, because
better
like,
yet, I
Better
have
yet.
a really dumb idea. The Spirit Hermetic comes out to fight the Nefandi, brings out what looks like a game board, and you just suddenly hear,
It's time to do.
Unironic. No. Hear me out. The Yu-Gi-Oh anime would actually be fucking perfect as a Mage Chronicle.
It would.
kinda
It
would,
really
yeah.
would.
It's like all your cards are different spells based off of different points and contestants and
Yeah,
no, they're actual spirits you can summon.
Until
I
you get to
summon
season
the
4.
fire elemental. I summon earth elemental.
It's good.
No,
It's good until you get to season 4 and stop it there.
He goes down to the 9s. He's like, I have no choice, and then you see and hear ominous chanting as you see an arm rips through the prime materia into the real world as you pull Exodia, the forbidden chained one, which is a fucking actual demon, out of the ground to fucking
that's an
do a
actual
live
demon.
win button for a minute.
Also, you gotta think as well. You can summon with spirit if you can befriend him. You'll go. I summon a Spider-Man. Take care of this. Legitimately, this
The spirit of the character.
Would the Toon Deck be like changelings?
Yes.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Bro,
Like
just
Pegasus.
fucking imagine that. Bro comes in a spirit, like in a werewolf battle, summons the Avengers. They're like the werewolves with spirit. Like,
You're
come
basically
here.
describing Bohemian Rhapsody from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure at this rate.
I mean, you could also just turn your spirits into This actually reminds me of there is a Chronicles of Darkness game called the Geist the Sin Eater.
Yes.
You could use Spirit to do the same thing, where if you want to play JoJo, you just have Spirit to chain a fitting Spirit to be your stand.
Guys is the only good Chronicles game out there. Guys is the only one people in to play. But,
I mean, it's
but
just because it's
also-
really flexible. Do you want to do Scooby-Doo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Do you want to
Scooby-Doo,
play
please.
like Dark Man?
I'll have 10 copies of
Sixth
Space
Sense?
Jam. Thank you.
Also, want to say, like, with level 3, you can actually harm the spirit, and like damage is aggravated and cannot be soaked, even with armor charm.
Given that you're up against 40 points of health with the spirits.
Yeah,
gonna
we could
need
just
that.
boom them.
Uh,
Also, like a dangerous one for spirit, you can actually make them into fetishes, force them into becoming fetishes with spirit
and they
form.
will hate you for it.
Yeah.
Yep. But if you can win, then behold, you have a fetish.
Now here's the one for all you pussies who refuse to take this because it's going to cause
my
paradox.
favorite.
Yeah, I know it's going to cause paradox. Use it anyway.
My favorite one.
Ars temporis.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
This is
The
the
high risk, high
storyteller's.
reward.
This is the storyteller's greatest friend and greatest enemy.
Oh yeah, because
if you're introducing time travel, things are going to go on a fucking wild ride.
Oh yeah.
I know you hate TV tropes, Adam, but you know the trope called story breaking power.
Yeah.
Time can definitely do that. My issue with time travel and time spheres is mostly just because it usually ruins it.
Not even time travel, time stopping.
Yep. use
the
chaos
time and Daz
control.
power. It's that, and time as a sphere is one of the quickest exponential climbs in power in Mage Ascension. With time,
We saw that firsthand with Freya Sanders in Rage Cross New York.
you saw her rapidly accumulate paradox and backlash from using that too.
Yes.
Because time. So here's the thing: time has its own spirits, and one of them is very aggressive about people who try to play around with it.
It's
Wrinkle.
fucking Kronos from Mouse in Wonderland fucking you up.
Yep.
Anytime you cast a time spell, he'll know about it. But
Also, here's a really fun shitpost idea you can do instead.
Yeah.
Anytime you use time, you potentially can summon a Langolier.
you can, and the fucking like the nutsack monsters.
Yeah, the nutsack monsters from the made-for-TV movie.
And but
like with
when
time,
get
you can
to-
also like speed yourself, and you like if you like, for example, you can go 50 miles an hour. Use time. Every success is like ×2, and then ×4, ×5. It just go like supersonic speed.
But
Hypothetically, with time, you could reverse aging.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Yo, we've seen
at
that.
time
as well.
3, time warp, Kyle. I know you hate JoJo, but this character's fucking awesome, and you would love him. There's a guy in part 7 called Ringo Road again, where his stand is called Mandum. It takes the form of this like pink guy that appears up behind his shoulders, but really it's through his pocket watch that he uses it. It has the power to rewind time by 6 seconds with a 6-second cooldown. What he does
Wait
with
a
that power,
minute.
Kyle, is that he's a cowboy duelist who will keep repeating his duels until he gets a perfect result.
Well, I
And
mean,
there is no
yeah, that
backrush
makes
to it.
sense. It's enough time to get rid of a single mistake.
Yep.
And he just keeps
No.
doing it. So in the fight between him and Gyro, they kill each other like 20 times in that fight, and they just keep resetting the fight.
Also, like for times, there's some useful like contingent effect or like contingency effect. I think what it's called. Like you can have an effect, time effect on a spell that goes off whenever you want.
Yep. You
You can have it for
basically set
later.
time bombs.
Or
Yeah.
your
Now, you might be thinking this is irrelevant stories, but viewer, keep in mind, we're saying this to drive this point home that the Order of Hermes does not use anything we're describing but time. They do not use these powers. Instead,
Because
they use
they
them
know
for
better.
they use them for divination rites, and that's it.
Well, trying to do
Like,
that
I
in
would say
public
not-
causes so much paradox.
like I would say like time travel, yeah, but because some stuff you can make people loop time, you can you can freeze time, you can my
You
favorite
can-
anchor
you
time,
can
so you can make a save point,
You
like
can
in a
create
video game.
save points and save states with time 4.
You can,
Which is
and
fucking hilarious.
the reason, and there's a reason it chains paradox so quickly. It's also a mechanism so that the storyteller doesn't just break your fucking neck because you're causing so much pain in the chronicle. Because
He's
here's
having
the
to
thing:
take screenshots of every session.
there's a reason in Dungeons and Dragons there is time magic. There's not a lot of it, but there is at the highest levels. And the game legitimately says, by the way, do you want to have a coherent campaign? Don't fucking use this. Don't.
Do this cool thing because it'll solve too many problems.
No,
So-
it's
man.
because, okay, so what if they decide to take a big shit on your chronicle and basically mean that you have to throw out so much?
Need
Man,
time
if I
magic
was
for
like-
that.
Undo everything you just did last session.
This is why
bet if-
Metro's never getting asked to play Mage Ascension.
Because he just
Oh,
Because
step
time
into
is very
time spear
powerful.
and just make it a shit show.
Precisely
Hey,
that.
man, if I
Effectively,
was-
you can use time. I'm being a little bit harsh on it. It's just it is one of the most disruptive because it forces you to rewrite entire scenarios, redo previous sessions because if you do it, and alternatively, here's the problem. If you had time, why didn't the thing that you did to resolve it happen in the session that it happened in? You can't really mechanistically play it correctly.
No. It's
I don't
impossible.
hate time as a sphere. It's just you have to play it smart and you don't be abusive with it.
I'll say this.
That's
I
why
have
it's got such a high
executed
cost
this
as far as like
excellent.
paradox goes.
I have created this ultimate encounter that took me 2 weeks to build up and 3 weeks to build. Gary, what's your first move?
Yeah.
I was literally just thinking that when we brought up time magic is Zawardo.
It's
I'll say this.
That's one
Setting
of the
dog.
simpler ways you can solve it too, by the way.
Yeah, I'll say that if I was like in a hardcore meat grinder mage game, my 2 spheres that I would take at high level would be Prime and Time, so I can make the save point and have the thing, so I don't get Paradox, so I can dispel it, so I don't die instantly.
No,
You're fine with
the
it.
save point itself is automatically Paradox, and every time you use it, I think it should chain Paradox if you don't do it right.
Yeah, that's why you
I
need
will know.
Prime to be able to mitigate at least some of it.
I will note that if you're going to use time, this is one of those ones where you have to kind of work with the storyteller. It might help, especially since if you're going to be going back in time, it might allow you to actually come up with some weird fucking twists. Like, oh yeah, the villain you're dealing with, that's you in the future.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to because it's just so disruptive.
Yeah.
You don't
There is
have
also,
to, but
like-
it's nice. It's useful.
There is also like an effective way to use time. Let's just say like you have like an opponent that is extremely fast. Use time and slow them down because there are
Yeah,
things
just use
some, like-
haste and slow.
Yeah, because he could like every success he slow him down by like 2 times and 4 times. So if you like you could just make him into a snail's pace, he can't do shit to you.
Sorry, Toreador, but your celerity has no power here.
Imagine a werewolf. He can't reach you. He's too slow.
This werewolf pack casts Sloga.
Nope,
You
yeah.
cast Sloga and you have like gravity to like 15 Gs. He can't do shit to you.
Now we got one more thing to talk about with the Order of Hermes. Storyteller, I'm going to need your help with this. Is on page 70 of the revised book. Pacting.
All right.
It's the fun thing about it. Since today is the Solomon the Wise, this is how you get somebody to do something for you against their will. There.
Johnny.
It-
Johnny, check studio notes. I did what you called me to do.
Thank you for that.
That was the pacting in
say.
effect.
That's the pact. That's the after effects of being pacted.
Yeah, that's
Now go
the
bald
after
and fat. I look like
No.
Max Payne in Max Payne 3.
Now,
Ew.
do you?
You look like you're the type of person who sells Rumble's mushroom coffee, which actually is illegal because it doesn't have FDA requirements like where the factory is.
Bro, you look like
I look like a vendor at the Renaissance Fair. This is bullshit.
No.
You look like the type of person who sells vitamins and supplements from Alex Jones.
bro.
This is horrendous.
Bro looks like the cousin of Ethan Ralph, bro.
You
Nope.
look like the mugshot they would use in a news article denoting that your weird BetterHelp Manosphere like camp was outed for being a prostitution ring.
Bro, that guy looks like a sex offender, bro. He looks like on a
That is
list.
horrendous. I'm getting rid of
Now
this.
with now
I
with
want
now with
this.
pacting. Now with pacting, you see, he's a sore loser. That's why he does. But now with pacting, you need at least 2 dots in the spirit sphere to use this. And
Yeah.
and you can only use this on spirits that have the materialized charm. But once you have it, this is how you start collecting Pokemon. Where this was originally started by a group of the member of Order of Hermes, a little group called the Holy Pentacles, that essentially made their name doing this. Just went around and started catching these different Pokemon in the spheres in our palms.
You know, the best part is I think this is actually borrowed from Ars Magica again, because there
think
was
so.
a mechanic for binding spirits like this.
And
They're
what you
very
need for
useful.
these as well, it's not just as simple as rolling the spirit sphere, because you need multiple skills in order to pull this off. You need to be able to read a knock-in. You need points in expression. You need points in intimidation, or you need points in law in order to like determine and get this spirit into a submissive state.
Oh no,
where it can-
it's expression or intimidate. You need law because here's the thing: spirits, you're binding a genie, right? You
Yes.
need to you need the legalese to force them to actually give their wish.
Yes.
Because you need to convince the spirit that you have power over it, or you will accumulate paradox from what you're about to do.
And
I
on
mean,
top
I
of that,
am
just,
actually.
it will fuck you. It's to avoid loopholes.
Even Genie and
Yes.
Aladdin had lawyers.
I actually am using a genie in my Mage Chronicle. They already know it exists, so I have no issue saying it.
Fucking deadly
Unfortunately,
shit.
I did base it off of the Wishmaster movie, so yeah, they're gonna have fun with that.
Good luck.
You had to play him like Robin Williams if he's out to kill them all. You've never had a friend like me. Yeah.
You also
Guys,
need
he shoots him.
at least 3 dots in leadership, occult, and subterfuge to pull this off. Where it's the spirit is
you
going
can try.
to do. He's going to say a lot of things to try to get out of it. You can attempt this with less than those spheres, but you're probably going to get your ass handed to you and possessed. behold. Instead of you catching the spirit catches you and keeps
Then
the
you have
body.
to whip out, and then you have to whip out exercise spirit from spirit 304, and then that's gonna take a hard.
By the way, you also have to set up the ritual circle, which is its own occult roll, and
It
you
is.
got to make sure it's at least in good shape because that is, you can fail, but those spheres, those containment spheres, are the only thing that prevents it from going out to destroy you.
What you get
You
in,
need like spirit etiquette on all that bullshit.
once you get in the sphere, you then have to start using Ars Potene and Ars Virium rolls upon that in order to survive the attacks that's going to start sending at you while you're trying to bind it.
Yep, because it's like a contest of wills. You need to like show dominance, or you're gonna get fucking subbed.
It doesn't hurt you. It's basically it's theater. It's theater battle.
Yep. Who's the big dog in this theater?
Your next roll is that you're going to be making a charisma and leadership roll and a manipulation intimidation roll back to
Well, it's
back.
not and they give you options.
Yeah, man. And then it's followed with your ret score roll. You then have to, I believe the target is the willpower rating of the Umbra Spirit.
Well, it also is depending on what you're binding them to. Like, if it's just something simple, as long as it's not frivolous, the spirit probably won't fight too hard.
And the
Yeah, because
modifiers-
like,
what?
if you want like something simple, you can just it's like example like I want that other spirit's name, or like the major test, like combat, or like entering a fetish, like a.
But if you're looking for directions, it's -2 difficulty to this roll. If you're asking for a cone of ice cream or something simple like that, minor like that, it's -1 difficulty. It's a flat modifier if you're asking it to provide some effort behind you.
Whoops.
+1 difficulty if it's a difficult task. +2 if it's a major task. Or +3 if you're essentially binding it to service.
Well, yeah, because the spirit definitely doesn't want to be, held in the hands of a mage. It goes against everything they're doing.
Doesn't the spirit like agree, but it does like I was going to say it, but often demands like payment and like tasks, a type of task,
which the Hermes mage will never pay.
Certainly not.
It's never going to happen. Have you seen the Order of Hermes' credit score?
It's terrible.
Less than,
he's in so much spiritual debt. It's unreal.
It's 273. I didn't know it could go that low.
And also, you could like it could be like a type of task. It could be like casting a specific spell, or like for extremely powerful Umbra, like a human body to possess.
Essentially,
you can offer that.
These are sweeteners that help with successes. They're ways to get auto successes, or alternatively, if the spirit gets successes, you sometimes have to give them a bone in order to continue the negotiation.
Yeah,
the way it works is it's an extended roll. Do they specify how many successes you need, or is it just set by the storyteller?
I think it's just one success, or it's up to the storyteller.
No, it says necessary success is, so it is extended.
Well, I guess it's up to your ST if how much they want to fuck you over on that.
I would assume it's based on the spirit rank.
Maybe, yeah. That makes the most sense.
I would not make it easy.
It'd probably be the spirit rank
I
plus
know you
like 2 or
wouldn't.
3, maybe, I guess.
Let's see. And I'm looking at the rest of this book. I believe we have finally covered everything.
Yes.
We have finally
there's like the way of Pymander, but this is mostly just characters.
But and then we got everything else. We got the pre-made characters down below. Where if you're looking for characters for every individual house, they have a character for that in the back of this book. If you have no idea what you want to do, you can do the hippie chick with House Mosagus. You can do the gangsta with House Flambeau. Or maybe the actual fucking clown with House Chaos.
Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, the House Chaos lady, they give art for her. Jesus Christ.
Fucking rubber hose, dude.
Very. And you can very tell she's got an Audi belly button.
It ain't this one. Oh no, I'm looking at the pre-made characters down below.
Yep.
But yeah, you got these name war characters.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites because the neighborhood friend, the House Lambo, that's literally Paulie.
Yes.
That's funny.
The average House Chaos can be summed up as
oh,
the real clown. I do cocaine.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I can't do it right now, too.
you went right into Meat Canyon's high pitched voice.
Yeah.
By the way, Kyle, Kyle, check studio notes.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh God, what did you do this time?
It's May 1st thing.
Oh, no. Also,
The
why
most
does my
wrong.
hair keep getting taller every time you make these? I'm not posting this one.
Oh, you coward!
You call it
it's
gay.
just-
I'm trying not to get fucking banned, dude. Come on.
No, you've already rolled a threed, man. You already rolled a threed.
I'll have you know that your Review Tech USA has that tattooed on his body.
Oh, what? The
He
face
does.
of Darkside Phil jerking
Yeah.
off on stream?
Yes.
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 So Kyle, what so Kyle, what were you thinking in that moment at the picture? What was your thought process?
I was thinking about fucking strangling you is what I was thinking about.
I was thinking you were going to have the neighborhood friend use his pit bull to maul him.
Now,
Yeah, you
listen,
know what? I'd
this
be
is-
willing. I'd be good with that
It's just
too.
a before work
I-
jerk. Everybody has one of those.
Let me show you my last abomination. This
Let's
is
see.
the worst
All
one
right,
ever.
fine.
There
one
we
more.
go. Save changes.
It's
All
the reverse.
What the fuck is this? I love how you can still see my Manny Machado figure in the background of this.
There's just something about is this what? No. Remember how we said that this was what you look like, Tremere? No, this is Tremere. See,
Yeah,
he's even
but-
swallowed up like the maggot. He's even swallowed up like he is as a worm.
I am, yes.
Why do I
That's
suddenly
me,
have the
that's me
feeling
just
of
having a blanket over me.
eBay?
No,
that's what
no!
happens
There's no way you just changed the fucking. Oh,
I got
God.
you before you could.
Yes, baby.
You
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yes, server profile has been changed.
I hate you guys so much.
That's
This is
unfortunate.
bullshit.
So there it is. We are now going
That's
to end the
unfortunate.
episode to watch Dark Side Phil.
No.
Yep.
Oh no. Come on, don't you
No.
want to look at the crazy man from House Nagoma like trying to
No.
sell you something? Look at the
Guys,
fucking
guys,
crazy chart.
It's,
Look at the crazy
it's
chart
not-
he's trying to lecture with.
it's not Dark Side Phil. It's Dark Side Kyle. That's what we're gonna watch.
Oh my God.
I-
No.
I will say that the artist for all of this is Leif Jones, and Leif Jones has these very dynamic looking characters that are just
Oh,
fucking
yes.
great.
Yes, the artwork in Revised is actually very solid.
It is.
I mean, it's a
It's
hell of a
some
lot
of
better
the
than what we
best.
got from Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, yeah.
And also,
Yeah,
Leif
by
Jones is
country
just
mile.
like he has a very noted style because he does a sort of caricature on all the characters,
Yeah.
and it's really nice.
You want to create a
They make
distinct
them very
silhouette.
distinct, which I quite like.
Basically, yeah.
Like how the
Like the
dude on-
Olympian from House Titalis being jacked to shit and reading the Iliad.
Indeed, man's got a little too tight of a spandex going on there. I can see the meat and two veg a little too clearly.
That's actually his focus for using forces. Don't think
You
about
guys
Is
it.
it
got a
really?
big dick.
That's really funny.
Well, it's either that or the dumbbell. I love the idea he just throws that fucking thing and it just screams at orbital speed towards you.
So Kyle, the man in the latest image, is that your cousin? Is that your your retarded cousin? Is that who he
Yeah,
is?
he's got downs. Good
He's
making fun
special?
of him.
He used the life sphere to give himself an extra chromosome.
He sneaks grilled cheese into restaurants.
The
That actually
average-
reminds me of Linkar because remember he went to like Subways instead of using the actual catering that they had for their
Yeah.
Channel Awesome filming, and he
What's his
bragged
name,
about
Kyle? What's his name?
His
Give
name
him a
is
name, Kyle. Yeah, really?
Yes. It was too easy.
Do it.
God damn it.
So, but
Uh,
I do believe our content has been transformed enough for today. Do we have anything to wrap up on the Order of Hermes?
I think that these guys are cool, and honestly, it makes me wonder why the hell we have the other mage traditions.
That is
If
a
these guys
problem.
are carrying everything.
You can do
It's
basically
mostly
anything
Phil
with the
Mercado.
Order of Hermes.
It's Phil. It's all fucking Phil's fucking fault.
It's not entirely his fault. Remember that he wasn't the only guy. The Ars Magica guys also wanted to write like other Magi traditions, particularly because they never did anything East. So there would have always been something like the Akashics without, even then.
And
Moral
even
of the
then, you
story,
must be
folks:
very-
Order of Hermes is the best tradition ever.
they're the
I
only
actually
relevant
think it
tradition.
is probably my favorite of
It
the
is.
traditions.
I think it is the best. I'm still a Euthanatos apologist, and I always will be.
No,
but I gotta admit that Order of Hermes is pretty goddamn cool.
I would say the chorus also has a very strong, fun element because you can play them in so many different ways.
Yes.
And
I mean, if you want to play it like a crack goblin, the ecstatics, or if you want to be responsible for being canceled online, you play an Aetherite.
I think the Verbena is the coolest.
and
They can be if other people
No,
vote
Kyle,
them.
Kyle, play as an Aetherite and just begin the race change.
Uh,
Roleplay that shit out.
the
Become a white
Bjornair-
supremacist.
I will say the Bjornair back in Ars Magica were pretty hardcore, given that they could actually turn into fucking bears to maul people.
That is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
They were basically Norse berserkers and like priests to Odin and shit like that. They were pretty badass.
now,
Yep.
Storyteller, can you explain to me why you've anchored yourself to these guys now that we've done the episode?
Honestly, I think these guys are cool because I'm a massive lover of all wizards. I think wizards are the coolest thing ever. You wave your hands and magic shit happens. But these are not wizards you find in like medieval times. These are like, what if wizards were in modern day, but they weren't, what's the word, kind of gay with Harry Potter?
Yeah, this is before Harry Potter ruined everything.
It's what if
Yes.
the wizards actually got into modern times?
Yes.
How would
And
that
what
work?
if they actually got shit done?
Because
This is instead of Harry Potter, this is Gandalf. This is Lord of the Rings
Yes.
wizards.
because there was no reason to keep a masquerade in a Harry Potter novels. There really wasn't.
No, it's because all the
No.
magic kind of offset all of that, and there was only you're seen by no less than 7 models.
I cast the stick out toys and
Why are you hoarding all this magic for yourself again?
Hmm?
It just didn't make any sense because this magic actually is just helping everything out. Am I seeing this right?
What are you looking
The
at?
The burnt peanut is now got an official
Oh.
deal with Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
you
The
mean
consequences
tung,
of
tung, tung, sahur?
him winning the VTuber awards has been catastrophic.
Oh no!
I mean, to
We'll
give you an
walk
idea,
the
Fortnite
frog.
also regularly gets stupid deals with like Star Wars and shit that you allegedly have to play the game for. So who cares?
This is why I don't
care
play
about Star
Fortnite.
Wars.
I'll tell you what
Now
I've
that-
done.
Don't worry, it's I think slowly dying.
Here's what I've
well,
regressed
yeah,
to.
well, yeah, it summoned a Hound of Ill Omen, a Lola Bunny skin, in the fucking Space Jam outfit.
Dude,
no. The real question is, does the burnt peanut have the spirit of the Umbra? That's the real question.
probably. It does now.
No, a real question is, are you bad enough dudes to look through Verbena Revised without going to the first edition as a palate cleanser?
Yes.
I'll
It's
probably
'cause it's not
stomach it for
exactly any
about
better.
13 pages, and then I'm out.
Kyle, if you want to do a cringe like rage bait episode, we can just do that.
I feel like that's what we ought to do next Sunday probably, because we're gonna be in in Philly that week.
Well, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want an actual rage bait? You have to read I Hunt.
It's- to
Come
read
on, don't
this-
you want to see what Hunters Hunted could have been if Dave Hill got his hands on it?
with all the intellectual maturity of iDubbbz?
Yes. I don't know.
Man,
isn't
the
there
biggest
isn't there a
troll.
new Hunter the Reckoning game coming out soon?
No, but there's
Yeah.
Vampire
Oh.
6. Aren't you looking forward to their attempt to make more money off of storytellers? Because that's where most of the book sales come from?
Oh my god.
That's it. you gotta love how fucking worthless this is.
So how are they
Oh,
going to
I-
rehash Loden's death in Chicago by Night? Because
I don't-
I predict they're going to go full revised lame.
I think they're going to go somehow load and returned.
Somehow Loden returned.
It's
Return. Also, what
Hey,
is
Somehow
that?
I've
here's another
Loden
Succubus
returned.
Club book.
Yeah.
Now with even more cheesy pizza.
I've been watching a lot of the real life fake wizard, so that's kind of where I've been at
Oh.
recently.
Same.
Oh no. No.
He's actually really funny. I like listening to him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh,
Order of Hermes.
Yeah,
Whole
Order of
lot of
Hermes,
shit
we're-
you can do with these guys. Play
we-
Order
we
of
also,
Hermes.
play
finally
Ars
done did
Magica. Play Ars Magica. It's also really good.
Yes. And
Maybe
we
sometime.
might do a follow-up with this by doing just Ars Magica by itself.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'd at least,
So
I'd
yes.
at least recommend looking through 3rd edition.
So, Storyteller, thank you for this. 3HB, thank you for this. And Adam, thank you for this as well.
Thank you all, gentlemen.
Thank you for bringing me here.
Oh, fucking hell.
Good
The
lord.
timetable has been accelerated.
Bro, you fucking scared the shit out of me.
Don't worry, I
Fucking
have that
jump.
effect on people.
Oh my god.
Soon
Alrighty.
we will dominate the consensus.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
And win the Ascension.
Alright.
GN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.